a much earlier start on the stream than we've been doing the last couple days. The Steelers, welcome to the stream, man. I mean, everyone's going to debate what they think is the greatest Madden of all time, right? I mean, people are going to say '05, '06 was, on the PS2 was fantastic with the Superstar and Vision Code and the gameplay there. Madden 10 is a great one, but for me, with the presentation and then the physics, it's this one. This to me, this is the greatest Madden. I mean, you could look at maybe Madden 16, but I think that Madden 16 took us had steps forward, graphically, and then tightened up the physics. But then also you had things like the aggressive catch and stuff that were kind of massively overpowered. Hey Powers, you're currently playing Madden 12? Nice, man. I was actually thinking about busting out one of those older Maddens. I'm thinking about doing a video. I'm not thinking about it. I kind of started. I'm gonna do like the um, five features still missing. Five of the most important features still missing from Madden franchise. And I'm not gonna go back to like PS2 era. I'm gonna stick with like the PS3 and PS4 era. But I have a pretty solid list of things that were in Madden, even in areas where we considered franchise mode stepped back. We're gonna pick up where we left off on our game yesterday due to me having some sick puppies. Yeah, Madden 12 dynamic ratings were great. The unfortunate thing is I can't, as badly as I want to put, let me go ahead and get the game audio on here. Did my game freeze? Yo, I think it froze. We'll give it a second here. As badly as I want to put changing the rating scale, I don't know if that's a feature per se. It's more just like a design element, So I don't have the old progression style in my... I literally think my game froze when he tried to load in. We'll try again here. So I don't have that on the list. What I do have on the list, I'll tell you guys the list. I'm gonna make a video on it and showcase and talk about like why I think these five need to be in there. There's no particular order, but scouting, like they used to have scouting similar to how it is in like recruiting in college football. You actually have to go in there, look at players, and it's just like scouting. You scout when you recruit in college football, right? You have to scout the player to get some attributes, and then you pitch them, right? This is, you don't pitch them because it's a draft, but you do go in and you scout them to figure out if they're a person you want to consider drafting. You actually have interaction there instead of just getting all the information fed to you, and you literally have to do nothing but read a scouting report. It's just taking so much away from the user, taking so much experience with the user. So going back to like an interactive scouting system where we actually do something, right? The next is a couple things from this game, honestly. Number one, practice equals a purpose. So in this game, and we're gonna try loading again. If it freezes, I'll have to delete it. Looks like this time it's... See, it's not even giving me an option to delete the data and then go back in. Ain't no way. We'll give it a minute. This game had... you actually told James Matthew, you told Madden 25 was your least favorite. So I'm playing on the PS4 version. I don't know if you were referring to the PS3 version. I'm on the PS4 version. But anyway, this game had something, I don't remember if Madden 13 had it too. But practice equals purpose. Like, you actually did something in practice mode. It wasn't how it is now, where there's literally no purpose to practice. You have it available, but it accomplishes nothing. You just run plays against different defenses, but you know what the defense is, unless you select it to be a random, but you're just running plays. There's no purpose there. You're not executing anything specifically, with a goal in mind. Like teams in real life run practice for a purpose. There's like a specific goal. So although I don't like the XP-based progression system, the fact that this game had practice with a purpose, and if you completed that purpose, you were rewarded with XP, that makes sense to me. Because then your players are improving from practice. That makes sense to me. None of this players get better because they do well on the field. That's the absolute opposite. Okay. See if we can just delete the file. I closed app because that's how it used to save the games. I mean, it's not being able to load it back up. We'll try to have to delete it the different way. Or we'll just restart the game. Not a big deal. So anyway, practice equals a purpose. Want to have that back, where we choose to practice, and we can get something from it. And then 3 is a Madden 15 feature. They got rid of practice with a purpose. And then in Madden 15, they added game prep, where you had to manage... I'll have to find my Madden 15 disc I can show you guys. You actually had to manage your weekly time, and you got to allot it for like film study, recovery, training, whatever, and it had an impact on your players for that upcoming week. And that's very realistic to what, coaches and staffs do in real life. So adding game, could you imagine if in our franchise we had, from week to week, from game to game, we had scouting, that we actually got to go in and interact and pick the players and choose the things we wanted to scout, and we get reports back, but they have the question mark because you need to have an idea, but then you need to potentially scout them further. We're gonna go to connected franchise. We're gonna try going in this way. I think I'm gonna hit delete. It's been weird the last couple times. The file you're attempting to load is deleted or damaged and cannot be used. Did we lose my are you shitting me? My franchise file just deleted? No, it's right here. I don't want to delete it. Alright. We should be able to get in. Dude, the file got corrupted! No way! I guess you don't close it. You just don't close app. Apparently, you got to do it the real way, like back out of the game. Let's see if it's. Let's delete that one. Maybe it's trying to load the wrong one. But anyway, can you imagine a franchise where week to week you have your scouting, where you actually go in and you scout the players, right? And then on top of that, you have, all right, we're gonna have to start over, you guys. We're gonna start over. Not a big deal. Doesn't take that long. Let's go here. We were only 2 weeks in, and not a big deal. And I'll simulate some stuff. We're gonna delete this. And now we got bad juju from the Bills, so we're gonna pick. I want to make sure everything's how we want it. All right, so we're gonna start over real quick. Sorry, I can't control the file getting corrupted. So, but anyway, week to week, We're going to have scouting. Then we're going to have practice with a purpose, where you pick a scenario and you go in and you run that practice with that goal, and if you complete it, then your team is rewarded with it. Now, I'd prefer to get away from XP, and then you actually have just in-game boosts when that scenario pops up, as far as a higher chance of success, something like they used to do when you schemed and stuff like that. So I would like that, and then on top of it, and then you'd add the weekly game planning as well, so that you have 3 things where you're interactive with your franchise, and we don't have that right now. There's not really any interaction. We have the news stories, which is good. 4 weeks. Gotta set this one up. Take a minute to start this up. As I say, though, we lost bad juju with the Bills since the file got corrupted. But that's 3 things we have week to week. You know what I mean? And we'll get to that here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. We got to set this up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Trey Wingo, and this is Connected Franchise.
I'm going to rebuild our stadium here. We can't do it yet. Let me get the settings in. The sliders, that is. So that's, but anyway, there's 3 things that you have that you can do in franchise mode now, that would be that we had in the past. They're just things to do between week to week that all matter, though. That's the thing. Doing things week to week that really don't matter is just busy. It's just busy work. These things all matter, and it makes people want to do it. I know Lumen really wants to do like RPG style elements, right? Well, what's more RPG than having to do things from week to week that impact your play on the field, potentially impact your draft future, things like that, you know? What's up, Colby? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you coming through. Bill's file got corrupted somehow, so we're restarting. 8 powers, as small as it is, I really missed the casual practice gear. No, I 100%, they were in shorts. Yeah, I remember in the good old days, they were in shorts. And it felt a little bit, it was like they were in half pads, right? Definitely felt more realistic looking anyway than being out in the full gear. I mean, that's not real. I don't know. I mean, other than in like training camp, are they ever out in full gear during the week? It's all like, half pads anymore. But yeah, there's just having things that you do in your franchise file week to week. That's the RPG stuff. XP isn't RPG. I know why they think it's RPG. But it's, because a lot of games do use XP to rank up, but it's an impossible system to have in a sport simulation, because there's no way to balance the XP gains for the positions that users don't control, right? Users control quarterback, running back, wide receivers after the catch, every now and then, mostly defensive linemen, stuff like that, right? But there's a lot of positions we can't control, like offensive linemen, for example, fullback, unless they're catching the ball, we hand it off to them, all these other plays, like there's just no way to balance that. And that's why you see, even now, all these years later, Madden has a huge progression and regression problem as far as balancing goes. And they get these really unbalanced rosters. I don't remember what we were at here. Were we at 55, 60, 60? Yeah, but I said holding was a little too much, so we were going to go to 57. Face mask was at 0. This was up high. don't remember what clipping was on. I know this was at 25. This was at 0. I'm gonna leave this at 50. I put it at 25 because what I was reading online. I'm just gonna put it at 50. I'm gonna put clipping up to. We'll go 55. We'll see what kind of calls we get at 55. We don't want to go crazy. I'll make that switch up a little bit there. But as soon as I get through and set this up, I'll show you guys. But in this new section right here, right? So they're bringing this back with the news stories, and then the alerts that pop up. We can read it, see what happens, and then Scott Hansen will pipe in with some audio, which is really cool. But they need to add these little photos back. It's such a small thing, but it adds so much more to these news stories. Don't you guys think? Like this is the same thing they just brought back. These stories right here. But in Madden, it's just going to see, we're going to have how will Geno Smith, Manti Te'o, and Tavon Austin perform as rookies. You know, that's what we might have. But here we actually get Darrelle Revis on the Bucks. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This just adds just a little bit extra immersion. I think it's something that they need to bring back is that. All right, we got to do. We're gonna do that. We were at 0.25 and he was checking down a ton. So I'm going to keep it at 0.50 for now. Why are there's all 50? I don't remember what I had this at. Kevin Gilbride sighting? Yeah, it's crazy to see some of these players that were in this game, you know. Hiring coaches always had more immersion with hiring coaches and trying to fit their scheme into my franchise team. Yes, and you know what would be really cool is making the schemes matter. They really don't. It shows you that overall rating, like how their overalls change, but the attributes don't change, right? If you look, a player has the same, their awareness, their strength, their pass blocking, their run blocking, that never changes. So all that changes is when you change a player from a scheme and his overall might drop, he plays to his true overall. So it's just a visual thing. It really impacts them getting money more than anything. They're going to play to what their ratings are. Their ratings don't change when you swap to scheme. I think there needs to be some sort of rating called scheme fit, personally. Oh, I gotta look up. Hold on, I forgot what these were. Give me 1 second. I literally used the exact same auto subs that were in Madden 25, and I posted the photo in the community tab, but I forgot what they were. It's been a little while. 75. 25. Pullback tight end, 50, 75. I know offensive line I did. I know I changed this one up for this. Fairly certain that's what I did. I took a picture of it the other day. Let me make sure. But the other one, there's another one here I haven't talked about it yet, is the only one I haven't talked about yet is game flow. But not the game flow that's in this. The game flow that's in Madden 11. Okay, yep. So I got... Luckily I have the photos still. So we're at 50, 25. What is this? DE 25-0. Oops. So I had a video pulled up I was watching it this morning, and basically game flow is how it is in this game, except for whatever reason they removed the really cool feature from game flow in Madden 11. They kept game flow in the game, but they removed the really cool feature, and it's probably because not a lot of people used it. But because I was thinking about that, I was like, you know what, I bet a lot of people didn't use it because it was a feature that you had to have a headset for, right? And this was in an era where this is like when headsets were first starting to show up on the scene. I mean, because you're thinking about this is Xbox 360 and PS3 era. We can get started here. And I know for a fact, I mean, I played a lot of Call of Duty back then. I didn't have a headset. I listened to the audio on my TV. And you know what? When I put a headset on, it was the PlayStation head. There was a PlayStation headset that wrapped around. I had one speaker in this year with a mic, and it was for talking to my. It was for game chat. So I only heard people talking in there. This was way before people used. Everything looks good there. We're gonna leave that. I think we like how that's looking. Let's go ahead and start this bad boy up. Start the league, start the season. But so they introduced game flow at a time where on the Xbox 360, PS3, those headsets for listening to everything weren't very popular. That didn't really take off for a while. You know what I mean? We're gonna rebuild our stadium. Confirm. Get a new place to play. But think about it. Yo, K6R, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. So they had the game flow feature where you use game flow like you do in the game now. Like you can create your own custom game plan, like you still can in today's Madden, right? You go in there, you make a playbook, you give it the star rating. Except they don't have game flow anymore. They just have coach suggestions. They take your stars and they give you the 3 in a row. So instead of having, you know, aggressive, conservative game plan, they just have your 3, your full play call screen, and you have your 3, and you just scroll through it. But game flow in Madden 11, if you had a headset, which not a lot of people did at that time, you put on your headset for this, would you had game flow call a play? The coordinator would call the play in your ear and tell you, like, all right, we're running this play. You need to read the defense. If they're in man, you need to find, you know, the person, you know, what, I don't remember. There's a demo, there's the video on it, that when they talk about it. But you literally hear the coordinator call out every single play and tell you and give you like little thing like wait for your blocks and, you know, and follow the hole, or, you know, do this, do that. It was just a really cool little thing. And now they're bringing back coordinators into the game. How cool would it be if they brought back game flow? Again, they're trying to speed the game up, so why don't we have game flow brought back and then bring back the audio now that everybody has gaming headsets now. They were very difficult back then. You couldn't, you know, now you can have headsets that you plug in with auxiliary. You didn't have that back then. Bluetooth was still pretty early on, so not every Bluetooth device worked with, you know, I remember for a fact you couldn't hook up at any Bluetooth headset to the PS3 back then. There was like specific ones where now you can hook up almost any Bluetooth headset to your PlayStation. You know, or they have adapters or something like that, right? We're gonna go ahead and get to the so here, yeah, Aldrich Robinson got cut. So you have just this little image of him there, and you scroll through here, you have the owners in there, Alex Smith redirecting his career in Kansas City. I mean, these are news stories which they brought back, and maybe there's audio of, you know, if you give a big contract extension like what we just saw right here, maybe there's audio of that for Scott Hansen talking about it. But just these little photos make a huge impact in my opinion. Demont Green means, what is this? This is Madden 14. We'll just, you know, make it easy. We'll call it Madden 14. So then here's what I was talking about. For those of you who don't remember or don't know what I'm talking about, when I say practice with a purpose, this game had XP-based progression, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever. That's the world we're living in right now. So if you go to practice, this isn't how practice is currently, where you just go in and there's literally no purpose to it. You have no incentive to use practice mode in Madden. You haven't for years. All you're doing is just running plays. Endlessly running plays, and again, there's no purpose. And practice mode plays a little bit different than, you know, the real life game. But yeah, that's all you're doing, just running plays. There's no reward, there's no accomplishments, there's nothing. Here, you can do practice and you have scenarios. These are scenarios that teams run in real life, right? We hear about teams talking about scenarios. 2-minute drill is a really popular one. Do they have the 2-minute drill on here? Yeah, fourth quarter tie. They have the 5-minute one on here. They have all sorts of different scenarios, and I think they change up week to week. I don't remember. But you can play these, and if you succeed, look at the XP you gain. All your players earn 2,000 XP. This is incentivizing players practicing. Yes, it does. Snow stays on the jerseys just like it does in Madden. Absolutely. Which is super cool. Now, when I played, there was some glitches with the dynamic snow, where there'd be snow on the players' jerseys and it wasn't snowing. There was no snow on the field. So I hope that, I mean, it's a beta, so hopefully that gets straightened out, because it definitely didn't look right, you know. But yeah, snows stay on the jerseys, which is super cool. We're going to go ahead, though, and we're going to get to the regular season. And we have trade blocks here. But yeah, so what I want them to bring from this game is practice with a purpose. Give us an incentive to go in and practice. Not the 3-player drills. That's not practice. That's drills. That's short-sighted in my opinion. Again, they're focusing too much on trying to make Madden feel like a single-player RPG when it's not. It's a team. Black Jade says, for me in a perfect world, practice mode wouldn't be for XP. I would make it for 1. Playbook knowledge, agreed. They need to bring playbook knowledge from Head Coach 09. I mean, I don't know why we don't have that yet. It's, you know, make there be a risk reward. I will participate in cut day. There should be a risk reward for making trades. Like, there's got to be some sort of, like, risk there. Limited in-game boost if certain parameters are met during practice. I agree. Black Jade, I think you nailed it on the head, man. 100%. And they used to have that, right? There was, I don't remember what Madden it was, but it would tell you when you were going through and calling your plays, it would tell you, it'd pop up and say this play was set up, right? If it was set up and you called that play, you had a boost, a percentage, you know, an increase chance of being successful. I don't know if I had any cap penalties on that, but we got Daryl Richardson, we got Isaiah Peed, Zach Stacy. We don't need either of you guys. We'll cut. Need to cut 4. I'm not carrying. Oh, I do get cap penalties. Okay. I wish it would have told me what my cap penalty was before I cut them. I don't need 2 fullbacks either. Well, that was easy. We got it. Yeah, I don't remember which one it was, but there was definitely that it was like game plan. It said game plan and it was set up. And it was honestly based on stuff that you practiced in the week. It was different than practice here. It was you practiced a specific, like against a specific like defense, I think, is how that worked. But yeah, man, there's just, we don't have to go back to PS2 era to get. Why do I have to cut more players? Okay. Oh, they did it in stages. I forgot about that. They did it in stages. We're cutting you. We need I kind of miss the old stages. Oh, there is a penalty there. Alright, so it does tell you when there's a penalty. I didn't pay attention to that. Oh man, we need some offensive line help for sure. Holy smokes. I mean, we have a couple good players, but it's going to be tough. The good news, though, is we have Chris Long on one side. We got Robert Quinn on the other. And we have Kendall Langford and Michael Brockers. This was before Aaron Donald. We have Jonathan Dunbar, James Ornitis. We need another middle linebacker because we run a 4-3. But we have these two right here. Will Witherspoon's gonna. We're gonna trade Will Witherspoon to get offensive line help. I think is what we'll try to do because we don't need both of them. Corners, we got Cortland Finnegan, Janoris Jenkins. We got a little bit of a defense here, man. Offense is gonna be a big question mark. Defense is gonna be. It's gonna be all right. Matt Giordano, sorry you're gone. I forgot I need to cut some people here. We only have 5 corners, so we're good there. I probably need to keep him if I'm going to trade Will Witherspoon. I don't have a lot of depth there. It's a 4-3, so I don't have a ton of. I gotta. Oh, I can't. He's hurt. I gotta get rid of 2 more people. And I don't know where I'm supposed to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need 4. I'm gonna have to eat the penalty. Don't need that many tight ends. We're only 2 deep on the offensive line here. Here's the third. Shoot, gonna have to eat this penalty too. It's only 90K. We'll be all right. But yeah, man, there's just they had. I mean, this was an era where everyone was upset because they took away the franchise mode we had in Madden 12. But despite that, they didn't have a lot in here. But what they did have was actually really good. And it sucks that we don't have that now. They keep taking stuff away from the user. It's like, hey, you don't need to scout anymore. All you have to do is we're going to do all the scouting for you. We're going to give you a scouting report. By the way, your scouting, there's no strategy there on your scouts to see. Maybe your scouts tell you this guy is going to be one thing, but another team scouts have them another, and it's going to, change how players are evaluated. There's nothing like that in there. You just get the report, and then you make your draft off the report. You don't actually have anything to do with the scouting. They take that away from us. They take, practice away from us. You don't need to practice anymore. There's no reason to do it. You just play your games. No practice. There's game planning is not even game planning. It's just loading up abilities. That's not a game plan. That's not how game plans work. Everyone knows what a true game plan in the NFL is, and they keep giving us game plans, but it's not game plan. It's just an ability loadout, like in Call of Duty or other RPGs. I'm telling you, they keep making this like an RPG where you choose a loadout. That's the reason people are playing sports games and not an RPG. We don't want to do the same thing in every game. If I want to pick loadouts and grind XP, I will play an RPG. We have thousands of them to choose from. Right? I mean, everyone's just playing Chronos Odyssey, and before that you had Elden Ring, and before that you have Hogwarts Legacy, you have the Spider-Man games, you have Wolverine coming out. Those are all going to be ability XP loadouts to grind up, unlock, different things. And you have other, I mean, Fables coming out. That's an RPG. You set your loadout. It just makes no sense to me. Alright, where do I get to pick my stadium here? The next step will be to choose your new stadium. Alright. And we are going to... because we're restarting, we're not gonna play every single game. We were in week 3, so let's just go ahead and advance. I'm not gonna play every single game. We're playing this until College Football comes out, essentially. But they gotta remove all these RPG elements, man. Like, choose stadium. There we go. That's what I wanted. What do you guys think? Should we do we're gonna do an outdoor stadium. Should it be the futuristic or should it do the traditional? It's St. Louis. I don't think we need a deluxe. Yeah, this was the last year you could carry over your draft classes. Now, that was the PS3 version. This is the PS4. We got futuristic, we got traditional. See, I like both. But I'm kind of on the traditional one, too. I think it fits St. Louis a little bit more. We'll do traditional. And we're going to get to week 3. We're going to run our game. The White Sox, I 100% agree with you, man. But the thing is, they need to get away from the RPG stuff, man. The RPG mode is superstar mode. It doesn't need to be franchise. Everything that they've transitioned to, if you guys look at everything that they've transitioned to since they took franchise away in Madden 12 for connected franchise and have slowly rebuilt it, everything is RPG. They went to an XP based progression system. That's an RPG thing. That's not realistic for sports players' evolution, because again, players are getting better because they're doing well on the field, when in reality players do well on the field because they got better. So you have XP progression, which is RPG. You have player abilities. That's RPG. Not badges like in 2K. These are abilities. There's a difference. 2K has badges that enhance what a player can do. Right? So you have one for shooting. A player's better at a specific type of shot, like catch and shoot threes. They have a slight percentage boost. Madden, it's abilities. When they're standing in the pocket, they have perfect pass accuracy. If they complete 2 passes in a row, they can throw it 20 yards further down the field. There's a huge difference between the badge system in NBA 2K and the ability system in Madden. The abilities are literally things that other players can't do. In NBA 2K, every player can do the same thing. The badges just give players who have them a higher success rate. And that's what makes the good players stand out from the lesser players. Furthermore, we can go in and change the superstar abilities. You can change badges on NBA 2K2 if you wanted to, but what I mean is, like, when you have a player in your team hit a level that he unlocks a superstar badge, we get to go pick and choose what that is. That's RPG. That's badges in NBA 2K, they're all connected to ratings. When certain ratings are met, that badge gets there. That's how you get to bronze, silver, gold, whatever. That's how it, I mean, in the evidence, I mean, there's clear evidence of that. And when you play My Career, you have to hit certain requirements in order to have a certain level of a badge. You can't have Hall of Fame catch and shoot from 3 if you have a 65 3-point rating. You can't have Hall of Fame boost if you have a low 3-point rating. If you have a high 3-point rating, then you can have a higher boost via Hall of Fame catch and shoot. Madden, you literally pick it. It's RPG all the way. Franchise mode's not supposed to be a role-playing game for that, other than maybe the owner aspect, right? Where we set our funds in our stadium and manage our staff and stuff like that. Modular cam, I believe, should be in Madden. Oh, and I made my post about that on X. Hold on, I think we're ready to rock and roll, you guys. We're gonna fire up this game here. I think we're good. We're gonna rock and roll. So anyway, I'm gonna answer this question, and I'll get to Kiss My Converse's question here. So when I made a post on X, Mole Madden Dev responded and he said, "The sky is not always falling," which I think was his way of saying that it's gonna be in Madden, it just wasn't in the beta. Kind of like we only had 4 teams we could choose from in the Madden beta for franchise, even though all the teams were there. There was a lot of stuff missing from the Madden beta. I have a feeling modular camera was one of them. I have a hope. I don't know why. I mean, every game pretty much both games essentially got the same upgrades, so I'm not sure why they wouldn't have modular cameras, but so I hope so. I'm optimistic based on what Mole said, like the sky is not always falling. That's how I'm interpreting. That just meant it just didn't make the cut for the beta. Kiss My Converse, Simgamingnetwork, have you ever thought about playing retro Madden, NBA, or NFL 2K games and see if you can drastically improve the gameplay of those games with your skills? I mean, I'm playing a retro game now, right? This game's 13 years old. I do have a lot of the PS2 and PS3 Madden still, and I have my PS3 right over here, and I just took it up to the Elgato and be good to go there. But no, I haven't really thought about it. I don't know how much people would enjoy watching me, because I'm not. The thing is, as much as I'd like to be, you know, a content creator that, you know, does the rebuilds and like the games that people tune in to watch my rebuild or the team that I'm playing. I don't get a lot of views for what I'm doing like right now, playing a franchise game. And you know, when I've done Madden and I've grabbed the team that I'm using for franchise and stuff like that, people don't really care about my franchise. I'm not very good at the dynasty or the franchise storytelling and keeping up with stuff, and that might be why. Tails never fails except for there.
And then never giving them a reason to start cheering.
So most of the people care about like sliders and settings, right? So they might tune in and watch to see, but I just don't know. Just like now, if this was like when college football drops, and my sliders are, or my videos, my live streams are going to be, you know, building sliders, people will tune in for that. But as soon as the slider video is out and I pull up and I just put NDSU Dynasty or something like that, no one's going to tune in because they got what they wanted. They got the sliders. So I don't know if people are going to care to watch me play older games, you know, with sliders or build sliders for games that are. I mean, this game's 13 years old, right? So if we go Madden 12, which people have requested, that's 15 years old.
And Williams is lined up now.
I just don't know, man. I haven't really thought about it much more than this. I do this just because it's it's on
And
my.
now we'll
I can
look
play
at
it on
the
my PS5
Cowboys
because it's a
offense.
PS4 game. So it's
Last week, they
it's just so
never turned the
convenient.
football over
I don't have to
once.
switch. I don't have to switch, you know, my HDMI plug-in and all that fun stuff. And then I also can use my PS5 controller, which I know I can do on PS3, but doesn't work that well.
Here for the
You
defense.
can't really close apps or anything like
Looking
that.
to the right side and throwing. And he makes the catch just past
And
the
so-
first down marker.
And some of the buttons don't work right, so it's like, you know, I have to use that PS3 controller, which I absolutely hate.
Well, it doesn't look like much, but it really serves the purpose. Picks up the first down.
But, I
and
mean,
now
if
they
people
have a
wanted me
chance
to, I
open
would.
things
I
up.
mean, I have All Pro Football 2K8 still. I mean, I have NFL 2K5, I have Madden. I have all those games lying around.
That reception gave them the first down.
Now in rhythm, the quarterback drops back to throw once more. Jason Witten with the grab. And now here's the Rams defense. They know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways.
Favorite console you've had in your lifetime? I think it's going to be, you know, there's going to be a lot of nostalgia taking over, right? Because,
Bryant's going to get
I mean,
set
for
in the
me-
slot for this snap. Romo standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
I mean, you think about nostalgia, like PS2 was great, right? I love the PS2, and I have so many memories of playing my PS2.
When it's third and long,
But
on the
the
offensive
PS2 is all
side,
solo
you have very
gaming
few
for me.
choices
You
on
know,
how to pick
every
up
now
a
and then you'd
first
have
down.
sleepovers with your
Call
friends in
one
your
of
high
them
school and you'd
and
play.
see if you get lucky and see if it works.
We had a chance to see the Cowboys a
PS3
few times last year,
is,
Phil.
you know, has a special
All you
place
had to
in
do
my
was
heart,
watch
obviously.
about one
That's
quarter of
when
action and you said, you know
I
what,
started
there are
gaming with
limitations
friends
here.
because you had
There's
online
just not
Take-Take-Key.
enough
That's where I got into
firepower on
COD.
that offensive line to protect Romo
You know,
long
so I was
enough
able to
for
start
this
playing
team
video
to
games
be
with my
an elite
friends.
team.
And
Yeah,
so, I
you
mean,
know,
that was always
to me,
really
Jim,
nice to
Tony Romo covered up
do
a lot
is
of bad
play
parts
with
of this
friends, some
football
PS3
team.
there.
If it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have won. I don't think
And
they'd have
that's
won
when I started
6
playing Call of
games.
Duty.
He
I think
won 3 or 4
everyone
games
could. You didn't really have it
single-handedly.
before that.
Tony Romo needs more help. And you said it
PS4
right.
is, you know,
It
for
starts
me, that's
with
when
the
I started
offensive line.
content creation. Started
Punters
really
all set
getting into
here.
making sliders and stuff like that for Madden NBA 2K. And then PS5 is obviously just where we're at now, where,
That picks
you
up
know,
7.
present day.
Bradford
But nostalgia
going
is
to
PS2.
march onto the field. He hovered right around 50% completion mark last week.
Dude, Dynasty Warriors, man. Did you see they're coming out with the remake or the new Dynasty Warriors? Oh, man. I still have a couple Dynasty Warriors, too. PS2 and PS3. Why am I calling a screen on first down? I don't like that.
First down and 10. Throwing now
Real
to his
quick.
left. He's brought down at the 23-yard line. Here's a look at the Rams offense.
You've had an Xbox
This is an
360,
efficient
PS4,
group. Last week
DS, and
turning the
obviously
football
PS5.
over just
My
once.
first console was
And
a
as
Sega
always, the
Genesis.
starting lineups have been brought
Then
to
a
you
PlayStation.
by Papa
I
John's
still have
Pizza, the official
PlayStation
pizza
1,
sponsor
still
of
have
the
it.
NFL. Order
Then I had a
now
PlayStation
at
2, don't still have that, it broke.
papajahns.com.
I had the modded PS2 though. I bought the
Second
thing
and
online
7.
where you could mod
They
it. You had
hand
to
it
solder
off
that
to the
piece on
running
there,
back.
where
4
you could
yards.
literally. It was
Here's how the
what a time to be
Cowboys
alive.
defense. This is a
I don't know if you guys
ball
knew about the
hawking
modded
unit that a
PS2,
week ago
but there was a little
came up
piece you
with 4
could get, and you just
takeaways.
you had to solder it onto the motherboard. And if you did that, you could then take any PS2 game, burn a copy
Nickel
of it
formation
when
for
you're
the
with your
defense
computer,
here.
and then you had the game and you could play it. I rented
Third and
games
3.
or I threw a pick.
That ball
No.
has been picked off.
They played that so well. Holy smokes.
Most NFL
I had
linebackers
so
are
many
borderline
games on
good
PS2
enough to be a
because I
running
would just
back,
rent them
and they
or
got
borrow
the
them from my
hands of
friends and just make the
defensive backs.
copy,
Here's a good case.
and then I'd have
What
the
a
game.
fine catch on the interception by the linebacker.
It was awesome. I ran crossing routes, and there was nobody open. Protection held up well. Oh no, I was too short-sighted. I looked here. Looked at tight end coming across. He got picked up. I looked at who's that? 83. He looked covered, and then I looked at him, and as soon as he ran past, See, and I thought Sean Lee was going to drop further, and he ended up not. So when I threw that, he was right there. But had I waited, a window opened up right here for this guy. But I felt like I didn't have much more time. I had the time, though. Oh, that was good coverage. Look for work in Madden 25. Yeah, man. They did a lot of things really well in some of these older games. Like, I was even watching Soft Drink TV doing some retrospectives. And he points out some things that they do really well. Like right here, like look at that running back. Like they just, one of the big features for Madden 27 is they redid the run pathing for running backs. And I'm just wondering, when did it get changed from this? I mean, I'm on, you guys saw it, I'm on All Pro. The sliders are default other than the pass coverage and reaction and quarterback accuracy. So nothing to like mess with run blocking or run defense for either team. And look at the CPU running. And when we were playing the other day, the Panthers ran, what was it? D'Angelo Williams had 14 for like $120 on me.
To Williams, running play went for 11.
They ran the ball really, really well. And like they make good cuts.
Always a good job to pick up some yards when you're in the red zone. Nice throw by the quarterback, and he gets the completion.
I don't know where that went. I mean, I'm glad that the CPU can run the ball again, but like the last couple years where they couldn't, I don't know.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion.
They're not brain dead in this game.
A check to the sidelines with Danielle Bellini reporting.
Guys, I got a chance to speak with Tony Romo this week. And guys, he found the end zone a few times last week. So I asked him if he expects extra attention in this game. He said, yeah, I think that's fair, but it doesn't change how I'm going to play. I just want to be right out there, and if anything, maybe I open up something else in the passing game just by being out there. Guys, that's all from the field.
Good score. So they're up 6-0. Sorry. I looked to get, because I have my overlays like this because both NBA 2K, Madden, and college football, I guess all three of them, the scores are all at the bottom, right? So I put this up there, and then of course I go back and play this game, and it's up there, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I was looking through to see if I had anything, any other scene created where I didn't have that at the top, and I don't have any other scene without that at the top. So I was like, kind of,
the Cowboys now.
I was actually looking to find, I wanted to make a whole new overlay thing. I was looking on Streamlabs and stuff, but all of the overlay packages they have are for first person. It's like for first person shooters. They don't have any overlays for people who are doing just other games. They all were like designed and set up for first person shooters, interactive, you know, pop up and tell you know, cool little screen when you got a kill, had a kill tracker built in, you know, which is very cool, but so anyway, I do want to get new overlays and then maybe do a little upgrade or something like that.
Down here.
But I didn't make a new overlay.
Out of the eye.
Oh, good run, Pete.
And they bring him down at the 38-yard line.
I didn't want to mess with it and move it around because it actually does take quite a bit because it's not as simple as just dropping the whole top bar down. It's the bar, and then you have to move all the text. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 texts, and they're in a box that have to come down with it. The part that says like the logos, they're all their own separate image that has to get moved. And it takes a while to. Oh, what a cutback!
Got a little crease.
Get off me! What a cutback! Holy smokes!
Good job that time by the running back. I'm sure he's a little winded after that play. He showed that speed, getting out there and picking up those extra yards.
That was a super realistic run, y'all. Holy smokes. I can't believe that just happened. We got hit with a play action here. All right, we're down 7-0. 6 minutes and 6 minutes left in the first quarter. I'll make sure to update you guys. But yeah, I thought about it, and I was like, the time that I have to spend to
Bradford's turning to look downfield now.
Oh, good pass coverage.
The play fake.
The time I have to spend to do it.
That linebacker knocked that
I
pass
just,
down,
you know,
I don't think he could have caught it.
Wasn't really feeling it. What I ended up doing instead was, I don't know if you can tell or not. I don't know if you even noticed, powers, but you have a new logo, a new membership icon next to your name. So what I did is, before I had just the YouTube built-in ones, I created all new membership logos, and they're tiered, so they'll change, like just like the YouTube ones too. But I changed them, so it's a championship ring. And they'll increase in size and color the longer that
make the defense think pass. You hand it off, you get them
you've been a member.
and you
Quick
can pick
question:
up a
this is your
few
favorite
extra
Madden
yards.
sim?
The Cowboys with 2
I
extra
think
defensive
so,
backs in
man.
the
I
dime.
really think this is my favorite one. I mean, obviously it's not my favorite for franchise. There's better Maddens out there for franchise mode. I don't like it. I don't like it. We'll eat it. So yeah, you have your silver ring with the purple in there, and then it'll go to gold. But yeah, so I spent my time doing that yesterday, getting the images and then getting the transparent background
because
and
everybody's worried about
resizing
getting
them
hit
and
as a
uploading
quarterback,
them and
the protection,
all that fun stuff.
all
But
the smart things they do.
I think gameplay
but
wise,
they couldn't
this
stop
is
at
my
that time.
favorite
Big hit.
Madden. Because Madden 16, obviously the graphics had a big leap, but the gameplay wasn't as balanced
kick for 3.
because of the aggressive catch. That was all. I mean, that was the year that they added that stuff, you know, and then they made it a super overpowered. Madden 15 is pretty good, but that was the year that they kind of quarterback sacks were kind of broken there because the defense was really OP. So again, as far as balance goes, I think this is the most balanced. Those games have better refinements to the Infinity Ignite engine, less ragdoll.
No reason to try his luck on the return, so the offense off the touchback.
You like the extra point? I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't like it. Because again, you compare it to what we had from NFL 2K5 on the PS2, and you're just like, this isn't even
got a flag.
This isn't even sniffing that. That's why I didn't like it. I do like the Scott Hansen one. I mean, I think this year's gonna be a lot better. Last year it was just really, not a lot there. You didn't show the scores around the league. You know, you had 3 highlights, which is the same as NFL 2K5, but NFL 2K5 showed every single score with player stats from around the league. Then it had, you know, injuries, trades, you know, all that stuff was in there, which they're finally bringing in this year. So I think the weekly wrap-up show, oh, let's go.
On his way, all the way
Let's go.
home,
Weekly
all
wrap-up
alone.
show
Touchdown.
in Madden 27 is going to be on par with what we got from NFL 2K5. The only difference is they had like Trey Wingo come in and stuff like that, along with Chris Berman, where this one is just all Scott Hansen.
Sometimes you're going to throw interceptions, but my complaint is the offensive players. Nobody hustling, nobody there to make the tackle, and they return it all the way for a touchdown.
I understand the disappointment. I don't blame them, because how do you add that for 138? What is it? 138 teams now. Like, how do you choose who's included? You can't go through and show scores from every single game And I mean, how many highlights are you gonna pick and choose,
The
right?
Cowboys are
So
ready
how
to
do
run
you
back this kick.
do it? And if you only do top 25 teams, then anyone who picks a smaller school, which most people do, they're not going to watch it.
He'll take a knee in the end zone.
Yeah, adding a sideline reporter to college football was a nice touch. EA needs to do one too. I mean, we got... The thing is, though, EA's got 3 commentary crews, but again, they got to slow the game down if they're going to add that stuff.
1st and 10.
They got to allow some of this stuff to play out. Let's go,
Chris
defense.
Long in the quarterback's face and takes him down.
Pick 6, then a sack.
The offensive coordinator's just got to make some adjustments here. They can't stop the defensive line from sacking the quarterback, so either keep the tight end in or keep the halfback in to help block for the QB.
You know what I think they could do, A-Powers, though? Instead of doing like a weekly highlight show like we're going to have in Madden, I think their show would be more like, it doesn't need to have highlights necessarily. Actually, they could have highlights. What they could do is top performers from around the country.
Slot.
So you highlight the top 3 or top 5 passing performances from the last week, as far as yards, touchdowns, whatever. And you could throw a highlight or 2 in from those quarterbacks.
They got this offense,
and then you do the same thing for rushing,
Let's see if they
receiving, sacks, and then interceptions or something like that. So you can just break it down, because that way you get the small schools in there too, because they will. I mean, small schools will have big performances. And then I think you just do that, like the top performers from around the country. And you highlight their stats that they did that week.
This was a problematic situation for them. Romo's back in shotgun formation. Going across the middle. That's Romo finding Bryant.
That's how it is. I think that would be the wave. Then people would tune in. Especially if they had a person on their small school team have a good week.
3rd and long, not easy.
Maybe
to
they
pick up
had a
first
guy
downs
get like
in
3
these types of
sacks
situations.
or a couple touchdowns, or ran for 250 yards, something like that. They'll tune in and be like, I wonder if my guy made the cut. That's how I think they would need to do it. Top performers. Weekly show about the top performers.
This punt
That's the
will
only
be
way
returned, and he's
you
brought
can
down right at the
have
42.
the potential for every team to be included. Russ the Chosen One, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming through. How are you today? We got a good game going here, fellas. I'm up 10-7. Sorry, I know the overlay is blocking it, but with that pick 6
First
we
down
had,
on the way.
we are now up 10-7.
Takes it from the eye.
Ooh, good
they
D.
deck him in the backfield.
Hey, man, I'm happy to hear that.
Play
I'm glad you're
calls
having
like
a good
that,
start to
you're
your
not going to
Saturday.
win many football games. That was a terrible call here on first down.
Anybody have any big plans
Jeff Fisher
for
in his
Father's
second
Day
year now with
tomorrow?
the St. Louis Rams, and the times that we were around him last year in St. Louis, you could see already the things were starting to take shape there with Fisher on the sidelines.
Jeff Fisher comes in, and immediately it changes the culture of your football team. You become edgy. There's a little toughness to Jeff Fisher. If you're around him, he's a little tough guy, likes to fight, and that football team, that's what they did last year.
I shouldn't have
They
floated it
fought
so much.
The teams they played in, and in 1 year, he turned that
I had
franchise
him.
right around.
Yeah, there's now a culture in St. Louis to win and to play
had
tough football that wasn't there in the past, it seems.
I floated
Not
it
only
too
that,
much, man.
And the difference is Jeff Fisher now.
We started
has a
Dynasty with
defense,
Nevada
they
2-1.
got some
Nice.
toughness,
That's who I was
and
using.
He knows he has a
Nevada
quarterback
as
in
well.
Sam Bradford. They can get this thing done.
3rd and 11. Looks to his
Nope,
left.
threw a pick.
Oh,
I'm
that
so
could
lucky.
have been intercepted,
I float
but
it
he
way
couldn't
too
hold
often
on.
on
Near
accident here.
midfield, it's
Like I
fourth
tap
down.
it because
What
I'm
do
so
you
used
do?
to revamped,
I got the answer right here.
and it's
Just
causing me
punt
to
it.
float
Play field
passes here that
position,
I
make the
do
other
not want to
offense
float.
drive the length of the field to score.
I'm going to the lake and grilling steaks tomorrow. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. What lake you going to?
They'll take it at the 20.
Madden 27, you're doing a Browns franchise. I still haven't figured out who I am going to use, because I want to. I'm torn because I obviously want to use a team that can take advantage of the dynamic weather, but I also want a team that I think would be fun.
Tony Romo will take it right from the center.
Browns are on the list for me.
1st and 10. He'll throw it over the middle. Miles Alston.
Browns, Titans.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
Saints are on the list, but I mean they're in a dome, right? I would just build a new
2nd
stadium.
and 5 coming up.
But then you're also in the NFC South, so you're never going to get snow. You're only going to get rain for the most part.
That was an incomplete pass that time against cover 2, the 2 deep safeties, and you really want to throw the football down the middle or deep down the sidelines. That time the quarterback didn't do that, and that's why it was incomplete.
And Williams is lined up in the slot.
I don't know who. I don't want to use the Jets.
Tony Romo is going to take it from
Giants
the
would be
shotgun
fun.
to Williams, and he's tackled at the 30-yard line.
I'm torn, man. Greatest man of all time? Yeah, man. Gameplay-wise, I
This
think
team,
so.
one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle.
I really do.
Now we have a 4th down.
Gameplay-wise, and then presentation, I think so, man. Jets would be good. I just don't like their jerseys at all. I just really don't. Like,
Going to try his luck here. Tackles made.
and that does matter to me. Like, if I have to look at them, I want to have them have good jerseys, you know.
1st down, offense readying for the snap.
See, I'm opposite. I can never. Well, so in pro sports, I can never play with my team because I feel like if I trade
Bradford
someone, I'm being
sells the play fake and looks downfield. Right
disloyal.
where it had to be.
But college, I could definitely play because you're just recruiting at that point, right? It's different. So I'm 100% playing with NDSU in college football
coverage, Jim,
this year.
The quarterback made a
I mean, it's
bad
my home
read,
state team.
but these
100%.
receivers, they are so
That's
good
the reason
nowadays.
you guys have
That
never
time,
seen me play with
it's
the
double
Packers,
He went up
and you
made
never
the catch.
will,
It's like
is
Bill
because
Parcells said to
I
me once
can't
about Mark Bavaro, very talented
trade
receiver.
players on
He
the
goes,
Packers
"Remember,
because
Sims,
like they're on
when
my
he's
favorite
covered,
team.
He's open."
So that's why I can never do the Packers.
They've got a 1st down now after that catch.
And the 2nd quarter is underway with this snap.
Oh, oh my God, beast it, Isaiah
Brought
Pede.
down.
The
I mean, he ended up getting,
off-tackle
what, 2
run is
yards?
just what it says it is. You're going to read
2nd
the
and 5,
tackle
we better
spot
run it
and
again.
decide whether you're going to go inside
Cardinals,
or
I get.
outside.
Well, here's the thing.
Usually, this
I
is
just
the
like the
first
Cardinals
running
new
play
uniforms
every
almost
team
more than
puts
the
in their
Jets.
offense when they go to training camp.
You know. And then you're playing
2nd
in the
and 5.
NFC West, so
Going to lose yards here.
yeah, it's. I don't know what's worse,
That time,
NFC
the
South or
defense
NFC
gets the
West
tackle
as far as
behind the
getting
line of
weather
scrimmage.
games.
Listen,
I mean, in
I
Tampa
blame
you'll
this
get
one
some
on the
rain
quarterback.
games. In
When
Carolina
you
you'll
see
get some
the
rain
defense in a
games.
situation like that,
You at least get
you
outdoors
must
there,
change
where
the
the
play.
Rams and
Don't waste
the
one
Rams
in the
are
NFL.
in a
You
dome.
don't get
You're in a
enough
dome with
chances as it
Arizona.
is,
That I
and
mean,
that one lost yards.
it's a hybrid, you know. 10-3 against Middle Tennessee. That's a very
3rd
low
down
scoring
here.
affair.
Offense trying to pick up the 1st.
All right, what we got here?
Bradford's got it in the gun. He'll fire it out to the
So
left.
that time I meant to
Reaches
float
out
it.
and snatches it. The tackle was made short of the 1st, and that'll
4th and
bring
4?
up 4th down.
Good job by the defense. They're well taught, well schooled by the defensive coordinator.
I shouldn't have
They
floated that
know in
much.
situations like this, if it's thrown short of the 1st down marker,
47-yard field goal.
they're
We'll go for
good.
it. We're
They
up
come up,
10-7.
make the
See if we
tackle.
can
Now we have 4th down.
go up 13. I like this
The kick
kicking
is
mechanic
good.
too with the R stick versus the timing it. We're up 13-7 now. 11 minutes
going to
left
be
in
excited. They
the
come out
second
there.
quarter.
The offense has great field position, but they stop them. But they give up 3 points, but still a victory for the defense.
The Dolphins would honestly be a fun team to use too. I guess if I'm thinking about doing New Orleans and rebuilding
That'll be
it,
a touchback,
I could do
and
the
the ball will
Dolphins
be placed at
because
the 20.
yeah, I would be in a warm weather, but I'd have 3 teams that get snow games. The Dolphins would be an interesting one. I'm not a huge fan of their uniforms. They don't really have alternates that are kind of fun. You know, I always like having ones that are like cool alternates. Like the Saints have awesome. Like I love the gold and black. Then they have the all whites. And they have alternate helmets and you know stuff like that. So that's why the Saints would be in there.
Well, there's not much to say about that play, Jim. It was a completion by the quarterback, and it picked
I might
up
have to throw the Dolphins in there. And the
when you
Browns
talk
are
about
definitely in there for obvious
defense,
reasons.
With Rob Ryan being let go at the end of the
The
year,
Steelers
they
would be
bring
interesting,
in
although
the
I
old
do not
veteran, the
like
old
their
sage,
jerseys
Monty
are
Kiffin,
they're
and he converts
the
this
black
defense
and
to a
yellow is
4-3.
fine to
Yeah, I
me.
think that's
They
a
just
big,
don't really
that's
have
big
any
news.
alternate
now you
versions
get
that
Jamarcus Ware, who's going to be rushing the quarterback every single play, and that's a good thing if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. So I think Monty Kiffin's going to have
I wish
an
they had like
impact,
some
and
cool,
we'll see how
a
this
cool
4-3
all-white
defense works
alternate
out.
type
when
of
you get
thing.
aggressive safeties who like to get up there and try to stop the run, the post route
I wish
is
he would have
an
dropped
awesome
that. That was a
way to
nice
take
throw, but I
advantage
wish
of
the
that.
hit would have
Go
knocked
down
it
the
free.
field, 10 to 12 yards, plant that outside foot, run towards the goalpost. Nice throw by the quarterback.
Oh.
Now 1st and 10. Murray breaks away, and they tackle him down at the 37-yard line.
But yeah, you're in the AFC
Good
North
job
there,
by the
so you're going to get some
squaring up that running
snow
back
games
and
potentially.
just put
Yeah,
his
man, Dolphins,
big
I
butt right
had to think
into
about
the
that.
ground.
Dolphins
The
definitely
Rams
need to
with
be...
a nickel look here on defense.
So Dolphins, Titans,
Romo standing back in the shotgun,
Browns,
ready for the snap. Makes
Giants,
the catch. There's the tackle, but
Saints
still, it's enough for the first down.
are
Now
the
to be a
main...
running back in the NFL, you got to do more than one thing. And
main
you gotta
ones
be
I'm thinking
part
of.
the pass game. That was
That
a
might change
wonderful job.
as
catching
I...
the short pass and picking up all those extra yards.
1st and 10 as they go ground
Get in,
here.
look at
They
rushes
break
and stuff
through,
like that.
tackle him behind the line.
So many things you could do
No,
on
not
first
yet.
down, and what do you
Not yet,
come up?
Russ.
You come
Because
up
they
with
still
that
got
play.
it. They
That
got to
was just a
remove the
bad play
RPG
call.
stuff. Like you weren't here when I was talking about it, but they have turned franchise mode into an RPG when it's not. It shouldn't never be that. And I was kind of breaking down all the elements that are RPG
Murray's
style.
lined up in a single
And
back formation.
That's what Superstars for.
Challenging the defenders to the right side. Brought down right at the 50.
I know you won't believe this, but
3rd
sometimes
and
completing a
8.
short pass like that does give a quarterback confidence, so it does serve a
Let's
purpose.
show the blitz.
Harris is lined up now as a slot receiver. Romo's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
A little pressure on him.
He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Let's go.
He's brought down.
Forced a
That's
short
gonna
check
bring
down
up
throw. He's
4th
16
down.
and 19.
Good job
But
by the defense.
he has taken some
Staying
shots,
in the
though. I
right
will say
spots.
that.
They give up the short
There's
pass.
a couple
they make
passes
the
I
tackle,
wish
and now we have 4th down coming up.
would have gotten
The
knocked
punt
out
team
from
is
the
in place
hits.
and ready to
but-
perform.
Seven minutes left in the half. We are up 13-7.
No return.
The
ball's
only
coming
touchdown
out to
was
the
a pick
20.
6. But I think, Russ, if they can move on from being obsessed with role-playing, and again, you break it down at every level, XP-based progression, role-playing, coaching
The defense
abilities
comes out
that
of
you
the dime.
load out every
1st
single
and
week.
10, running
That's
back
role
gets it
play.
on the handoff.
Player
he's brought to
superstar
the
abilities. You look at the description, their abilities. That's what you associate with any RPG is an ability. And then you look at the fact that when a player hits the level where he qualifies for them, we go and pick
Second down here.
what they want to have. We can go and swap out their ability at any time. That's
We
RPG.
approach the midway point
Everything
of the second
is
quarter, and
RPG.
here we go with another
It's
snap.
not designed to
Tackle
be
was made, but
a
the
real
first down is
franchise.
picked up.
Boy, there's
experience.
nothing like a draw play.
Scouting,
It just catches
we
the
get
defense by
reports.
surprise,
I
and
mean,
running
that's
backs, they
that's
love it because
essentially
they know they
we're
have
not
a
actually
chance
doing
to
anything.
get some easy
That's it,
yards.
like an RPG where you automate something and you just get the rewards for it later. Like you send something out to go do a task and you wait for it. You have a timing
They're able
on it,
to
and it comes
move the
back and it
chains
gives you
after that last
resources or
run.
whatever. It's all RPG.
Play
There's
action
zero.
fake, looking to throw. Sam Bradford going down the field.
Oh my God! Let's
Makes
go!
the catch
Bomb to
deep down
Tavon
the middle
Austin.
of the
Caught him on the
field.
play action.
It takes really good corners to play a defense.
We're gonna
where
break
you
that. We're gonna look at that in
challenge
replay,
the wide
man.
receivers and just play them man-to-man coverage.
That was awesome. It was play action. It feels so good to be able to run a play action, not be instantly sacked. play action. I want to look at the DB and the safety on this play action to see what happens here. It got blocked up well. Nothing. Tavon Austin just kind of blew by him here. I don't think the play action actually is what sprung him. But that was absolutely beautiful. Do you think we've surpassed NFL 2K5 and All Pro Football 2K8 in terms of gameplay? They did a long time ago. That's just a conversation nobody wants to have.
They'll take the snap
The
from
only
inside
thing
the red
that
zone.
All
A
Pro
week
Football
ago, they had a lot of
has
success inside the 20.
over modern day, the pass
First and 10.
trajectories,
They feed the
and
running back,
good run.
bringing the play to an end.
The
Good job
pass
by the
pass
offense, getting another
trajectories
first down. You
are
can tell by
so much
looking
better
down on the field that
in All Pro
defense,
Football 2K, and they have the
hands on their
pass
knees.
trajectories
They
with
are getting
the.
tired.
You're not throwing to a spot; you're throwing to where the wide receivers are going to be, which EA did bring in a couple years ago. Finally, they have that part in there, but the pass trajectories, All Pro Football 2K is so much better. And then they do have some more the offensive. The trenches is better in All Pro Football 2K5. We'll just put it that way. The trenches is a lot better, but the overall gameplay, I mean,
First down here after the run.
it's not.
They'll stay on
Madden's
the
got
ground
overall
on first
gameplay
down.
on that,
Finds
for
the
sure.
sacred sod. Touchdown.
But it does still do some things better, and that's okay to say because we can. I mean, I'm not trying to be like All Pro Football versus Madden. You can go back and look at older Maddens.
I would bet.
And unfortunately,
goal
this
that
is
the
the world we live in.
offense about
We should
90%
not be able to
of
go
the
back
time is
to
gonna run
any
the
previous
football.
Madden
And what do they do
and
here?
say that
They
game
run
did
it,
something
and
better
they
than
get
a
it
current
done. That is
Madden
power football at its
does
best.
via gameplay. Yet we can. We got 86 people watching right now. 36 YouTube, 3 Twitch, and that means 40 something on X.
The Rams.
Every
with an
single
extra
one of
point
you
try on the way.
who's played Madden for the last
Extra
10
point
years.
is good.
I can promise you, if you go back, because we're going to say only through Madden 26. We're not going to include Madden 27. But if you go back to Madden 16, then you look at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26,
Rams
the last 10
ready
Maddens,
to boot the football down the field.
every single one of you could come out with something that the game did better.
He'll
One
have
of those
to
games did
accept
better than
the
they did in
touchback.
Madden 26. Gameplay. So, it's the age-old question. Like, new year, new features, but are we really getting better? Right? Because you look at where this game was at and what it was doing, and you look at 13 years later,
On first down.
is there 13 years worth of improvement as far as gameplay goes?
DeMarco Murray gets the handoff.
I mean, they had to do a whole new pathing system for 27 to get the running backs to run as good as they did in this game.
Look here for Tony Romo.
How does
Romo's
that
going
happen?
to take it from the gun. The throw to the left.
Oh, let's go. What a
Intercepted.
pick.
That brings
I was
the
not
play
expecting
to an
that.
end.
Linebackers nowadays
James
are so
Laurinaitis.
talented. They can just do everything. They're strong enough to stop the run, but how about this interception? Good job, good reading of the quarterback, and a nice catch.
I don't remember. I mean, I'll be honest, Black Jade, I believe you. I just don't remember. I don't remember good pocket formation in that game. I was mostly focused on the quarterbacks, and we had the stupid archetypes, which I think they need to get rid of. Archetypes, they serve no purpose whatsoever. It's only, I mean, they've had to add all these traits to fix the issues from the archetypes, right? That's why whenever they introduced archetypes, you notice that in Play Now, archetypes weren't present. It was only a franchise thing. And in Play Now, the quarterbacks were so much better because they didn't have an archetype. Archetypes were not good for gameplay.
Looking to the right side and throwing.
gets
We are pulling away, guys. We're up 20-7 with 3 minutes left.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Throw the short pass,
We are
even though it doesn't result in a first down.
We're 0 for 4 on
now
third down,
on third and short, all of your passes are in play instead of just the third long where you only have like 3 or 4 plays you can go to.
Tight ends in motion here.
They need to get the play off.
Oh my, okay.
It on the counter.
Yeah, franchise mode. Franchise mode is really good.
That penetration,
2012 for us. But we're talking specifically gameplay.
Get in the backfield and making that tackle.
Has the gameplay gotten better over the last decade? So you just go back to Madden 16.
And
overall, has the gameplay gotten better? There's definitely... Oh, I just missed this. No, I didn't. There's definitely parts of the gameplay
on the board.
Well, that time the offense had great field position. They don't take advantage of it, but at least they get 3 points. Good job by the kicker coming in and getting some points on the board.
This brings back terrible memories. I think the good memories would be the jerseys, man. I love these Rams jerseys. I don't like the new color screens. Madden 18 had a lot of potential. That was the first year on the Frostbite engine.
We're moving in on the 2-minute warning. One more snap first.
And the give now to DeMarco Murray.
2-minute warning.
I mean, we can say, outside of gameplay, presentation's taking a step back.
Going to get set in the slot for this snap. It'll be 2nd and 9. Dez Bryant with the catch. This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
Oh, no.
That's a good job. He's able to get up and get off the field, and my guess
we
is
have 10 points off turnovers in this first half.
There, no doubt about it.
23-7.
That makes everybody nervous.
Quarterback taking the snap from the shotgun, working that left side. Always aware
Look
of the
in
change.
the pocket, though, man.
The
they have the bouncing in there,
I think
and
we've
then
heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league.
Archetypes can be
we
done.
all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football, pick up some first down.
Bethlehem is they finally fixed it, but previously, like Madden 25, it was an issue. Is certain quarterbacks wouldn't run past the line of scrimmage because they didn't have the archetype.
In the slot.
It was only a scrambler archetype would run past the line of scrimmage. Improvisers would run around in the pocket.
1st and 10.
They wouldn't cross the line of scrimmage.
Trying to work
but then you'd also have
for about 3.
Those quarterbacks would check down a lot, and only strong arms would throw it deep.
Witten split out
they
wide
played
on
too
the
much
left.
They were playing to their archetype.
In motion.
Whereas when you went and played now, strong arm quarterbacks would still take off and run with it, and scramblers would throw it deep. They weren't playing to the archetype. He's trying to go deep, man. Romo's trying to go deep, and he's trying to throw he looks shoulder strain, will not be able to return for this game. That sucks. I was gonna say, I don't know if I can highlights. Can we look at the play before this? I should have. This one right here. This looks really. I just want you guys to focus on one thing that looks good to me. He's just steps. So catches it, steps, plants his back foot right here, and then he kind of look how he drops the football down at his side. He has the ball up right here. He does the little hopping, bouncing that quarterbacks do. Drops it down at his side, and then when he's gonna throw, he plants his foot and pushes off of it. And so when you watch it real time, can I get, hold on, how do I, oops, zoom out. I'm trying to, I wanted to go broadcast cam. But but apparently I can't. When you watch it, it looks so realistic. We'll run it from this angle here. We're going to keep it on the quarterback the whole time. There I can... Alright, watch this. The way it just looks realistic, y'all. I wish we could get like a wider angle, but it just looks good. 3rd and 7. We're going to man up here. We're going to man up. We're going to show the blitz.
The Rams go with the dime formation here on defense. Romo's back in shotgun formation. Eyeing that left side. Catch is made. That'll put them
he had
in what we call plus territory.
Whoever that was, that wide receiver, he torched my guy and he didn't throw it to him.
Terrible job by the quarterback. It's 3rd down. You throw it short of the markers. Well, you get a completion. That's great. You're really accurate. But there were guys open down the field. Take a chance and go for it.
Yeah, look at this. He missed. We manned up. And that's a touchdown. Oh, no, he's running an out route. Okay, that's why he didn't throw it there. Okay, now it makes sense. That makes sense now. Do I think EA Sports can make a true simulation game? I 1,000% think they could. They have no incentive to. If they were given the incentive, absolutely they could. And I believe in my heart, I should probably call them out, that the people that are working on the games want a full truly simulation
They're set
game.
to punt it away.
However, they have to do what sells and makes the company money. Well, Ultimate Team makes the company money. Madden tournaments make the company money.
That'll be a touchback.
Those are head-to-head categories. That means that the players that are playing against their users are going to have preference in what they prefer and like and don't like out of the gameplay.
They come to the line of scrimmage.
And we've seen it time and time again. EA comes out and drops something gameplay-wise that's really good as far as simulation, and then they don't like it.
Throwing now to his left.
Oh, I thread the needle there. Let's go.
With Jared Cook. A timeout charge to the offense.
We had it with pass rush a couple different times.
Offense ready for action coming out of their timeout.
They've had pass rush really solid, and people complained, I don't have 6 seconds to throw, EA. This isn't fair. I only have 2.5 seconds to throw. This is too hard. You have to fix it. EA, I made a rant video about it. EA tunes it then, because they're complaining. Oh,
Bradford,
EA, your pass coverage is so ass.
Ready for the snap. And he's going to be
everyone's open. They have 6 seconds to throw because they didn't want pass rush. And then they complain. That was so realistic looking.
That clock keeps moving. What a job.
And then they complain. The coverage is bad because they have all day to throw. It's like you can't win with them. That's where EA just needs to be like, at some point I really wish you would be like, you know what? You have no other option.
He's got a little bit of daylight here.
You're going to play our game how we want it to be, or you're not going to play it at all.
Update for us. Let's go to
People
her
are
now.
going to choose to play it.
Guys, I just spoke with a Rams official. The staff is
If
saying
the game
it's a
comes out and
minor
they say it's
injury,
too
but they've
hard,
decided to play it safe, guys.
or there's a
They'll keep him
mechanic
out
that they
for the
don't like,
rest of this one.
they'll just get used to it. They'll just play with it, and they'll learn to be better at it.
This is 3rd down.
I think you could. I have an idea on how they could.
Takes
have
the
a
snap from
really
the
good idea on
shotgun.
how they could.
Looking for a receiver on the left side here. Makes the catch in the open field.
No timeouts left, so we can't do anything about it. Damn it. So this is my idea on how you could sell Ultimate Team tournaments with simulation gameplay.
That does it for the first half.
Right now,
Cowboys trail in this one.
It's your starting 22, right? Competitive mode. There's no injuries, no fatigue, right? So your bench doesn't matter.
Let's find out the latest from the sideline. Danielle Bellini is there reporting.
I had a quick moment to speak with Sam
Coach
Bradford
Cummins, yeah, I got
at
you, man. Sorry
halftime.
about that.
So far, his team is out in front, and he told me the important thing now is
so Russ was
playing
asking
smart.
if you can sell
If
Ultimate
they
Team
can
in
control
tournaments with
play and
simulation
just
gameplay,
avoid
and I
costly
say I
mistakes,
have an
they'll be in
idea
good shape
on how
in
you
this
could
second
absolutely
half.
do that.
That's
I
all from
have an
down here,
idea.
guys. Back to
My
you.
idea is
Thanks,
that
Danielle, and now
stop
we'll
making
go to the
Ultimate
field.
Team where it's only your best 22 because your depth doesn't matter. There's no injuries, no
And
fatigue,
he's tackled
so you
right
have
at about
no
the
need to put
28-yard
in your
line.
bench, your backup running back, your backup pass rushers. There's no injuries, so you don't need to have depth. It's all about building your best 22. Well, if you added fatigue and you added injuries and stuff like that, then your
defense
bench
comes out in the
matters.
nickel.
So then people are going to be wanting to build better teams because suddenly your depth matters.
And
right?
now here's the first
So
snap of the
that's how
second
I've
half.
kind of looked
The
at it. Is
Rams
like
get a
it'll make
first down.
people need to have
Good
more
job by
teams,
the
better
running back
teams.
that time, finding the open hole and picking up those extra yards.
And then simulation gameplay. So I was like, how do you incorporate like penalties into Ultimate Team and head to head? Because they're 100% RNG, right? That's where you need to incorporate like players to have a true penalty ratings for their positions, right? Offensive lineman,
set of downs
it's going
now
to
after
be
picking up the first on the ground.
false start,
Back to
some
the
sort
ground.
of rating. Oh, we're gone.
Into the open. No one's going to get him now. The 10.
All right, we were running away
home
with this. We're
for
going to
the
super sim out.
touchdown.
We're going to get to the next game. I don't know how we pulled away like this, but we did. We're up 30-7 now. They drove down the field and scored on us right away. They've thrown 2 interceptions
There
and
is
haven't done much
nothing
since.
like getting a long running
So we're
play.
just going to go ahead and super sim out of this. Real quick, what is Tony Romo here? Stats wise. 80%. He threw for 140 yards in the first half. Anyway, how you continue to make how do you add penalties to these online games? So you players need to have a penalty attribute. And that's going to, again, and it can be, it doesn't always need to be that the highest rated players get penalized less. Sometimes higher rated
That's it.
players
This game is
do
over. Things
get
are clicking
penalized.
right now, and this team
So
has
then
to feel
that's where you have to look at.
invincible
You
without
could
a loss on the
potentially
year.
look at
Oh, you know they do. Just to come into
a
this
lower
game,
rated
today's
guy who
game,
doesn't take
the
as
other
many
team
penalties
wants to put that first loss on them
over
so
a higher
bad,
rated guy,
not able to do it.
where you have that
because
risk reward
they got
payoff, right?
outplayed.
You might
That's why
you
the
might
team
get a
is
couple
undefeated.
penalties, but it might spring some other stuff, right?
Well, that was a beautiful run that
I
time
think that's
by
how you
Jim. You're
incorporate
right to say
penalties.
it's the
It's going
play
to
of
be an
the
even
game,
playing
and you
field
got to give credit
across
to
the
the big ugly
board,
guys up
and then the
front.
players
I'm talking
that
about
you
the offensive line
put on the
they
field
were dominating.
have,
and when they dominate, it allows
like
a running back with
ratings
talent to get down the field and pick up good yards.
tied to penalties, like
So for
potential
Bill
frequency.
Sims and all the crew at EA Sports,
If you don't
Jim
have
Nantz
anything like
saying
that,
so
which they
long
don't
for
right now, it's complete. There's completely random to it, and there's no way for a player to do anything to try to mitigate the penalty from occurring. So if they were to incorporate an actual system that players could understand and say, hey, this is a 95 overall right tackle, but based on these ratings that are incorporated, I know that I'm going to potentially get quite a few penalties, false start, holding, something, right? Clipping, ineligible man downfield. I know that that's potentially going to happen. So I might look to start this 90 overall right tackle because, yeah, he's not as good, but based on these stats that I can read, he is much less likely to get a penalty, which could ruin a big play. I'm trying to remember where I had it because I was getting false starts and offsides at a really good rate, and I made a change the other day, and I just don't remember what it was. And then we're going to try one more thing. I'm trying to dial in the quarterback play. That's the only thing. Like, I felt like he was checking down a little bit. I mean, he threw for 140 yards in the first half at 80% completion percentage. Not too much to complain about there, but I do want to see if the old 0-1 does anything. Make the team building matter more. Team building right now in Ultimate Team is just chasing the highest overall players and then putting on the best abilities, which again, I hate that. I hate it. But you know what? It's Ultimate Team. Fine. Leave the abilities. I don't care if there's that crap in Ultimate Team. But that's where it's at right now. But if you incorporate something like trackable penalties ratings that can be connected to potential frequency, then suddenly how you build your team matters. Then on top of that, if you make it so injuries can occur, and not only that, you have fatigue so that players rotate in and out, now players have to have backup running backs. Now they have to have a couple backup wide receivers, backup edge rushers and defensive tackles, right? The depth at your positions is going to matter, where now it does not. You just need your 22, and that's it. I forgot I'd already advanced a week. It's alright. We'll play the Jaguars. No, we won't. Do you have any... This is the scouting that I think they need to bring back. Yeah, but you can be casual and still require more team building. And make your bench matter. We do need a running back. So this is scouting how it used to be, where we actually had to do something. I don't know if you guys remember all this stuff. Let's go to halfback here. We do need a running back. I don't know if I'm ever going to take a running back in the first round. But Toby Ukayemi, you could look at him. Oh my God, a 6'4" running back. I will take him. I love big backs, man. 6'4", he's going to be a beast. Let's look at his acceleration. A, speed, B. Okay. Strength, give it to me. Trucking, yes. This dude, this dude looks filthy. I have a lot of skill points to spend because I haven't. Doesn't fight for yards. That's okay. I don't care about development. Stamina, pass block. Yep, that stuff isn't as important. I'm gonna move on, but I like... Yeah, this scouting gives you something to do. What do we need here? We need offensive linemen here. We will look at this first rounder. What matters to me here is going to be strength, run block, pass block, and awareness. That's what matters to me initially. To see if I want to continue investing. Get a little bit of a heads. Oops. Yuck. The last 10 years, I mean, I would go back to Madden 16. I don't like the Frostbite engine. I don't like the Frostbite engine at all. And we got even more bare bones franchise mode from this era than we did in like Madden 19. Remember Fixed Madden franchise? Remember that? They tried to go a whole cycle where the only upgrades to franchise mode was the new X Factor abilities. That's what they said, franchise. The new abilities and X Factors make their way to franchise mode. That was it. A whole dev cycle. Remember that? I will never pick a Frostbite game over Madden 14, 15, or 16. Now, 27, based on the beta that I played, will change that. Again, that depends on how the beta releases, though. Video Game Nation says, you'd say Madden 23? Why Madden 23, if you don't mind me asking? Madden 23 had the quarterback issues in franchise with the archetypes that I just talked about, where quarterbacks wouldn't scramble past the line of scrimmage. They'd run, and then they'd run parallel to the line of scrimmage. It was like that barrier. They could not cross it. That killed it. That was in the game ever since they first brought in archetypes. They finally fixed it in Madden 26. From a slider standpoint, Madden 23 was good. Can you elaborate for me? There's just not much offensive lineman here, you guys. We still have quite a bit of skill points left. We need to go get... you know what we need to do? Before I forgot. I need to go to our roster. And I need to try to find a trade for... Will Witherspoon. But I know that I need, let's take a look here. Need a left guard really bad. I mean, he's a rookie, but whatever. We need a left guard pretty bad. Center we can get, a left guard or a center is what we need. Let's just go look through and see if there's any, let's find a team that needs a right outside linebacker. See if we can find any team. The Steelers need one. I mean, so Jarvis Jones is a rookie, but still. Gerald Hodges. There's got to be a team that... Okay, the Cardinals need one. No, I feel you on that. You know, and I enjoyed Madden 23 too, other than that, you know. Oh man, we don't really have a lot of options here to trade. What did I say? We had the Cardinals and the Steelers. So let's go look at the Steelers to see what they have for an offensive lineman that we could take. Shoot, I'd take him as a 73. Let's go look at the Cardinals. Right? It was the Cardinals. Yeah, Steelers and Cardinals. Ooh, they got two tackles. I honestly think the Steelers one is more realistic. And it would be this dude, Hangartner. Joe Madsen, but they have Marquise Pouncey. I think I gotta go right here. Actions. Trade for player. Add player pick. Will Witherspoon. Straight up, they have low interest. How do they not have they don't have a okay. They don't have a well, we'll try the Cardinals then. It'd probably be Eric Winston because of the age, but again, I don't think it's as realistic as the Steelers one. They're not going to do it. Okay, so we'll just see what the offers come back, and maybe we'll just get draft picks that I can use to go get a player. Is what we'll do. But I got them on there. We're not going to play the Jaguars because they're 0-4. We'll advance a week. Video Game Nation says, I would love for you to add NFL Network to the game for like cool breaking news segments and game breakdowns and game previews. Would be very cool, but the fact that they have ESPN popping up on there, I'm not sure. But at the same time, they do have Rich Eisen and Scott Hansen, who are both employed by the NFL Network. So, I mean, would be cool. You guys just look at the brutality of this schedule here as far as team schedule. Week 1, it's a game in the Dome. Week 2, Dome. Week 3, Dome. Week 4, Dome. Week 5, Dome. Week 6, Dome. Week 7 is our first game outdoors. Then week 8, Dome. Week 9, Dome. Week 10, Dome. 11, Dome. Outdoors, Dome. 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 Outdoors. Holy smokes, only 3 games outdoors? That new stadium is going to hit hard. We don't need the extra point. We got the extra point wasn't good. What we got now with Scott Hansen, with what they did for 27. Have you seen it, Russ? For Madden 27, have you seen the new like the upgraded? It's really good. We'll play this Texans team. We're gonna run a throwback though. These throwbacks right here. All right, let's see if this... I mean, I feel like we made improvement. That last game, we made improvement with the quarterback play. I'm tweaking it a little bit because I felt like I wanted him to be a little bit more aggressive. And then also the 80% completion percentage. You know, we had been having it lower, but we had it lower, but then they weren't getting a lot of yards. There we had the yards, but the completion percentage was a little bit high. I mean, most incompletions were interceptions. And they were able to run the ball all right. They just weren't able to finish offensively. Then our offense was just too good. I don't know why. I don't know where that was at. You guys saw me play the last couple games where I couldn't do anything offensively.
Welcome to Reliance Stadium for this afternoon's matchup between the St. Louis Rams
Russ, the chosen one, says, I've got a big question for you. What was your favorite
Hello,
Madden
friends. Jim
to make
Nance along with Bill
sliders
Sims.
for?
Partner, good to be with you today.
Good to be with you too, Jim. You know what we're going to see today? Two defenses that love to hit the quarterback.
Man.
Let's check in down on the sidelines with Danielle Bellini.
I had a chance to speak with Coach Kubiak this week. He told me that in order for his team to walk away victorious, they would have to slow down the opponent's ground game.
That's a good question.
He knows if his defense can force the other team to throw the ball, it will put his defense in a great position to create turnovers and give the ball back to his offense. An offense that prides itself on wearing its opponents down
I've
with
been
their
making sliders
physical
for a
running
long
game.
time.
Danielle, thank you very much.
And
now
I used to be, for those who aren't
Texans ready to
aware,
receive the kick.
I used to make sliders going back to like Madden, I don't know, 17, even before that, I don't remember. For sure 17 though.
No return.
I used to
The
make
ball's
sliders on
coming out
pro
to the
difficulty.
20. Out of the University of Virginia.
Like Madden
quarterback
17,
Matt
18,
Schaub.
19, 20, 21.
Matt Schaub
I mean,
never
I
gets
played with
enough
all
credit.
the gameplay
They're
sliders.
playing down in Houston. We don't
I
watch
messed
them
with
close
all
enough.
of them. And
But
I
this
made
guy
sliders
can
on
throw
pro
the
difficulty.
football,
I felt like
puts up
that's
big
where it played
numbers.
the most realistic.
Martin's
But of course,
in
you
the
needed
slot.
to do a lot to get the CPU
First
to be
and 10.
a
And
challenge.
the quarterback gives it to Arian Foster. He's
And then in
brought down
23,
at the
I
30-yard line.
switched.
Nothing like the draw play. Get
So
those
23 or
defensive
20
ends rushing up
23 I
the
switched
field
to
to
all
hit
Madden
the quarterback.
competitive.
Boom. You hand the
Because
football
Mutt
off.
Guru, Mike
Big
McFadden
running
hit me up
lanes.
about
That's why it
something.
works so well.
Because I was frustrated with the all Madden cheese and the speed boost and stuff. And that's where I started doing, all right, if I'm going to play on all Madden, it's going to be on competitive mode because it gets rid of a lot of that stuff. That's where that kind of came from. But
They're able to
coming
move
up,
the chains
once I
after that last
transitioned
run.
to the new method that I used starting in Madden 25,
Good piece of
and then
tackling.
last year in
Here's
Madden
the
26,
Texans
and then
offense.
will be, of course,
Starting with
27,
the offensive
where
line.
I touch
It's a dangerous
virtually, like,
bunch.
barely
Currently
any
fourth in the
gameplay sliders.
league when it
Typically two
comes to
gameplay
rush
sliders is
yards
all I
per
touch.
game.
And then the rest is penalties and auto subs. That's been much more enjoyable for
And
me.
Daniels
Because
is a tight end, but
number
now
one, I
shifted
get
into the
good
backfield.
gameplay.
Looks to his left. Incomplete. And
I get
now
good
here's the
gameplay.
Rams line up on defense.
And
They
I don't
have
have
been
to
shredded
do
this
all the
year by
tedious,
opposing
like,
quarterbacks who
run
have
blocking
found a
at
way to beat
58.
up on this
No,
secondary.
after a couple more weeks, it needs to be at 60. Maybe it needs to be 64. No, maybe it needs to be at 59, right? All this tedious, like, tweaking every single little gameplay slider. Up, down, like, what's the difference? You literally have to find what's the difference between it at 58
Johnson's
versus
lined
62
up in the slot.
versus,
Third down
you know,
and 7.
75.
Scans the field.
Oh
The
no,
ball is jarred
he was going
loose.
deep.
They've got him down there.
It's so tedious, you guys. And the thing is you can't. You have to play.
Because a lot of times
You have to play a
it's
lot of
just
games
bad fundamentals.
when you're
But they're
playing when you're
lucky this
testing
time they have the
one of
fumble,
those sliders,
they're able to get on top
right?
of it.
And you almost have to test the slider at individual level. So you test the quarterback accuracy. You can't really mess with anything else because it might have an impact on it.
Shane Leckler
But-
out to punt.
On top of that, how many games do you have to play before you know if that quarterback accuracy setting is
That'll stop the play
legit?
right there.
Not only that,
Bradford's, of course, going to be the man at quarterback today.
How good
Now
was the
an
quarterback you were
experienced
testing with?
quarterback with 4 years under his
if you're
belt.
testing, and it works both ways. If you test with a high-rated quarterback,
The Texans lined up in the nickel.
why are we doing this? Let's do this. Let's just say I'm playing with a 90
First
overall
and 10.
quarterback.
They give
And I
it to the
test and
running
I
back.
lock in
And he is brought down at
that
the 45-yard line. Here's
accuracy
a look
for the
at
user
Rams
at 20
offense.
is a really, really
coach's
good spot.
dream a week ago as this team
Well, that's with a
never
90
turned over
overall
the
quarterback.
football once.
So what happens if a person
And
plays
the
with a
starting
75
lineups have
overall
been brought
quarterback?
to you by Papa
That
John's,
accuracy
where you
rating
always
probably
get better ingredients
isn't going to
better
work for
pizza.
that, because there's so many variables you have to think of when you look at that. So that's
From
where
the
I like to
shotgun.
do other things.
Looking
I
for
just
an
do a
open
pick.
receiver on
Oh
the
my God,
right.
I'm lucky.
It's incomplete.
That's why I
The
don't mess with
defender
that
had it
stuff.
for a
I mean, I've
moment,
tried
but
putting on
could
quarterback
not
accuracy
pick it
for the
off
CPU,
cleanly. And now
in the user, and it ended up just not really doing much.
This is a hungry bunch that
It
loves
ended up
to get
making more
after
sense
the
to do
quarterback.
coverage.
Loves
And I try to
post
do auto
numbers
subs and
when it
stuff
comes
too.
to sacks and
But like I
quarterback
played the
hurries.
beta, and if gameplays, when the game launches anything like the beta, I might not have to touch a single gameplay slider. It'll all be
3rd and
penalties,
5.
auto subs.
Throws to the right. The pass is off the mark, and that's a 3 and
But
out.
it's
This
fun
defense
for me
you're playing
because I
against,
don't
They're
have
pretty
to.
good. So it's 4th down near
It's a lot
midfield.
more.
Punt the
It's a lot
football.
less stressful because I don't
They're
have
in
to
punting
test
formation.
every single one of those individual sliders for both the user and the CPU, and then try to account for all these variables. Right? If I just dictate with auto subs how players play as far as their aggression and discipline, that's at a global scale. That's so much more easier to incorporate across all the different talent levels in the game. So I'd say making sliders this new method. I'm the only one who does it.
And
Nobody really knows or
Daniels is the
understands my
receiver
theories or my
all the way to
concepts.
the right side.
But
Play action. He'll fire it out to the left.
oh, nice
Ball's
play,
picked off.
nice pick. Block him. Nope.
And that
Went deep,
pick
I
could
like
be
it.
an early momentum swing.
Man, when you're a quarterback and you throw an interception early, sometimes that's hard to overcome. You got to talk to yourself
Good
and
play.
just try to stay
So yeah,
aggressive.
to answer your question, Russ, Madden 25, Madden
Loading up
26,
with extra
College
defensive
Football
backs
25,
in the
College Football
dime.
26. Those are my favorite games to make sliders
First and
for.
10.
Just because
Here's
this
the
new
handoff, and they'll run it. He stacked
this
up
new
at
method that I
point.
have, it really does work
Time
really
to
well.
check in quickly with Danielle Bellini from the sidelines. Danny?
Hey, Sir
I
Talks,
spoke
thank
with
you so
members
much,
of the
man.
Rams this
Cheering,
week. They
give me
lost
some
a
bits over
tough
on
game
Twitch.
last
I
week,
appreciate
so
you,
I
man.
asked the guys
Thank
if
you
the
so
loss
much.
was still on their
Appreciate you
minds.
tuning in as
They
well.
all said in one way or another that no, the loss wasn't bothering them because they can't afford to be less than 100% focused on today's
Oh
game.
my.
Guys,
Yo,
back to
this
you.
defense is
Quarterback is
legit.
taken down.
You got to be smart on the defensive side now.
Holy
Here,
smokes,
3rd
we did
long.
not have
Be a little
anything
careful.
like this
Maybe
when we were
give
playing the
up a short
Cowboys.
pass or a short run, and if they throw it short, make sure you come up and
We need
make
to
the
get like
tackle.
10 yards
3rd and 16
to get a good field goal here.
After the sack. Challenging the defenders to the right side and
Man.
incomplete.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and
Well,
long,
we'll
they
take
can
the
do just
52
about
yarder. Would've
anything.
liked
It's going
to
to work, and they
got
stop
a
the
little bit
offense that time.
closer.
And the kick is good for
There we go.
3.
You always want to be rewarded for a
Video
nice
Game Nation
drive in a
asks, favorite
football
game you
game,
play off
even when
camera?
it's a field
If
goal.
you do or
because you've made
can
a
with
lot
the
of
other
good
time that you
plays,
have.
you've executed
So that's a
them,
great
you got
question.
yourself
It
in position to
changes,
get
Video
some
Game
points,
Nation.
and that field goal just reinforces everything.
It changes, right, as different things come out.
Rams
You know, I
ready
can
to
tell
boot
you
the football
come
down the
November,
field.
it'll be GTA 6. And I might even try to stream that and see if people
Smart
tune in.
play
I know
here.
everyone's
Just
probably going to be
take a
busy
knee.
playing it on their own, but, I mean, we'll try. But GTA 6 will be November. And then outside of that, you know, I've been playing a lot of PGA Tour 2K25, like with my friends. They've gotten busy though. We haven't played together. We normally get on in the nighttime and play.
Nickel formation
We haven't played
here
together in
for
like
the
a month,
defense.
but I was playing that pretty often off stream.
First down
And then,
10. Here's the handoff to
oh no,
Arian Foster.
Arian Foster, no. And then I recently, while
When you see long runs
waiting
like that by a running back, a lot of
for
things have to happen. Of course, he has
College Football
good vision,
26,
and he has talent. But
I was
how
looking for
about
something
those
I wanted to
blocks down
play,
the field, those blocks
and
in
I
the
wasn't feeling it. You
secondary?
guys, I mean,
That's
I've
what
said it once, I've
creates
said it 100
long
times.
runs.
College Football
Eric
27 and Madden
Kubiak on the
Beta,
sidelines
27 Beta is
for the
ruined.
Houston Texans,
College
Houston
Football
hometown boy who's been
and
in
Madden
charge
26 for
now
me, as well as
of
NBA
the
2K26.
Texans
So I don't
for
feel like
quite a
playing any
Yeah,
of
he's
those
done a
games.
good
I deleted
job with
College
this
Football Madden off my
organization.
console.
One of his
So
first
then it came
moves
down
was to go
to,
out and get
all right, let's
that
play like an
job.
RPG
That has
style
paid
thing.
off big
Found this
time for
game
Gary
that I've been
Kubiak,
following for a while. I never
I
played it
think the
before, though. It's
team
called Throne in
has had
Liberty.
enough
Completely
success
free.
and
It's an
the failures
RPG,
in
but
the
it's an
playoffs.
MMO
I think that's
RPG.
gonna-
So you
it's
can
tough
play
to
and go
live
through the
up to
story
him, and I
solo,
expect them to be
or
a
you
better
can
football team because of that.
you're in a world where you see other players too, and you can team up and do missions together, play with friends,
Well,
you know,
when
all
keep
that
chipping away
stuff.
with these short
And
throws,
I've been
sooner or
playing
later,
that
defense
in my
is
off
gonna
time,
come
and
up,
it's super
and
fun.
when
I
they
actually have
come
some
up,
clips. I
that's when
recorded it
you throw
yesterday.
over the top.
I was just going to upload it, you know, as like a video of like how I'm killing time waiting for
Martin's
College
lined
Football
up now as a
27 to
slot
release,
receiver.
right? But that game's been really fun, man.
Second and 4.
RPG where you get to create your
Screen under fire on
you
that
create your
throw.
own character, you create your You direct everything. The weapons you use, you rank those up. Your loadouts. I mean, the way an RPG should be, not a sports video game RPG. Sir Talk says PGA, man. I love playing PGA, and I just noticed that when I streamed it and uploaded, people weren't really feeling it, so
as much as these guys practice during the off-season, training camp, during the week, you think receivers and quarterbacks would always be on the same page.
That's got to be a PC game, right? Video Nation, ready or not, it has to be a tactical SWAT sim game. That's got to be PC, yeah.
And a touchback.
I was thinking about, since I'm going to be doing so much more streaming right now, it's console and PC. Okay. I was thinking, since I was, doing a lot more streaming now, is like do like this Madden we're doing during the daytime and stuff. And then it's been a while since I've done an SGN After Dark stream, but do an SGN After Dark stream. And oh my God,
this one's going back the other way. Nice.
The defense is unreal. I love this. This is awesome. Like I got to change how I call my plays. They are blitzing me. I can't. This is completely different than against the Dallas game, and I'm all for it. But I was thinking about doing an SGN After Dark game where I just load up Throne and Liberty and we play it and just chit chat and talk. I don't know if anyone will tune in or not, but again, it's once college football drops, that's the only thing you guys will see from me for a month.
The throw to the left. Schaub finds his tight end, Owen Daniels.
NBA, the run's getting a lot of time. I watched soft drinks breakdown of it.
Good job by the defense.
Player movement for me, they just jog, and I don't like that.
Good situation.
I watched a lot of games, and then also I was watching Troy Dan play when he was figuring it out. The shot timing's really quick. Once you figure out that you just have a quick release, you make everything.
That's a gain of 8.
It was crazy. There's no like meter like in NBA 2K, but he was holding it to where we've all been trained, right?
Nice,
you release at the peak, like the top of your jump shot. He was doing it and he was missing everything. So then he just tried just tapping it, and he released it. When he wasn't even close to the peak of his jump shot, and he just started greening everything. Once he did that, it was just green. I shouldn't say green, just make. And I was like, oh man, it's gonna be one of those where, I think they need to do some more content drops. I know they've got a lot of planned content that's coming for free, but right now people said there's just really no purpose to the game. You just load into these cups. There's no real game modes. Like, it doesn't have like NBA Street where you go through challenges to unlock different characters type of style. There's no true purpose.
And he puts it through for 3.
Yeah, so Talks, I would love to do an After Dark, man. We'll see if people.
The offense didn't do it. I blame the coach. Those were terrible play calls, but a good kick by the kicker.
MLB The Show's falling off a cliff, online and offline wise. Yeah, man, that's why I stopped getting it. MLB The Show 23 was my last one.
Kick it away.
MLB The Show 23 was my last one. I'll be completely honest with you guys. NBA 2K is getting close. NBA 2K is getting close. Because they haven't upgraded my NBA in like half a decade.
First down.
And, that matters to me.
That left side.
And it really depends on what happens with the new college basketball game too. Like, that's supposed to be separate, not a separate game, not part of NBA 2K, but a completely separate game that you can purchase. So I might transition from NBA 2K into that. We'll see. I don't like the show? No, not anymore.
Come out in the nickel.
Because truly, you can play MLB The Show 2026, and it's gameplay wise, it's a good game. But is there anything spectacular about, nice breakup?
All you have to do is watch the head
25,
of the
24, 23, 22, gameplay-wise,
you can see
all
their
good.
head move the other way before the football gets there. That's what happened this time.
The franchise mode is lacking. I heard they switched to XP-based progression too, so that just even further makes me not want to. And then they have a game that looks like it's made on the PS4. It's been on the PS5 for how many years? I love that catch animation. Like this, I'll show you guys. I don't see this in current Madden.
Like it used to. Good job by the
That's a
quarterback
sweet
reading
catch
that zone.
animation that I don't. Someone tell me, am I just tripping? Do you guys see that catch animation in Madden on those? Russ says, are you playing Maxwell Football again? It's on my console, but they haven't done a meaningful gameplay update in. Oh, nice move!
Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
In like
Good
since
job by
last
the running
November.
back on that long run.
They dropped the December update
but the first thing
was
you
their
need as a
franchise
running
mode.
back is
Then they didn't do
You
anything for
have
like
to
3 or
pick
4
the
months.
right running
Then they
lane.
dropped
That's what he did that time. Able to get down the field,
MPL
get that long
2.0 in
gain.
May. Like they haven't done any big gameplay improvements since November. And so there's some issues with gameplay they need to iron out. They just haven't done a lot. They've been focusing on their version of Ultimate Team instead of the gameplay. And so I mean, you can do stuff with gameplay there with the sliders and get it pretty solid. But the franchise mode to me is unplayable because all the players are rated in the 90s. They just completely botched that. You have teams with 2 quarterbacks that are rated 90 overall on their rosters and just completely missed the mark there. That just ruins franchise to me. And again, no team share, yet they built and promoted the game on build your custom teams, share them with other people. There is no team share. So if I want to build, my version of the NFL, I have to create all 32 teams, jerseys, logos, and players instead of having a community effort where they make it all and then they upload it and I can download it. That's a huge miss because if they did that, right, then the ratings would get fixed instantly, and then you wouldn't have to.
He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Nice catch. You wouldn't have to waste all that time. And I would make the gameplay work. I could build sliders for that and get the gameplay to work. But so I haven't fired up Maximum Football. Man,
you got that defense guessing.
That reception
I don't
gave
think
them the first
I've
down.
played it this year.
Hand off to the pass.
The Dynasty mode is still pretty solid, though. That's not so bad. But I was more excited about franchise. Big Nation says, no, they did not switch to XP progression. They still have the bad, not horrible, anymore regression system. So they still have their system based off of potential ratings, right?
After being stuffed
Yeah,
at the
Professional
line of
Baseball
scrimmage,
Spirits. I heard of
it's
that game.
now second down
It's
and
free.
10.
Watch Soft Drink TV talk about it.
Had it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out, incomplete.
Well, they always say,
you know,
get your
just
hands on
not
the
something that I
football,
could
you
make
gotta
content
the
for.
catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit.
And I can tell you, like,
defender.
the fact that I'm still able to, you know, I've been doing my final slider sets for college football and Madden in April. So I play those games pretty heavily through April, dropping those slider sets. And then May and June is just kind of filler time.
Bradford's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
No, don't pick it. Oh, what a catch!
The end zone. Touchdown.
I can't believe he caught that. I didn't use your pick. I can't believe he caught that. That was dope. I put it in the pack corner. I angled it over there. What a catch, man.
Small window. Very little room to throw that football in there. He didn't worry about it. Fired it. Got the touchdown.
We got instant replay of that one. I don't have any sliders ready for 27, man, because you can't build sliders off a beta. Because the gameplay is going to change. So this was just a free release zone. And what I did is I saw this right here. It's maximum passing, I think. No. I don't remember what they called this passing mechanic. But they had it in here where you aimed it with the L stick. and I moved it to the corner over there. That's why you can see him fade over there. And then I just let it play out, and he just won the jump ball. That was awesome. To answer your question, Lester talks about sliders for 27. What I can tell you with college football is when I played, I felt there was a little bit of an issue with run blocking for both user and the CPU. And I just played on All-American. I made one change to the offensive line auto subs, and it cleaned it right up. And I really enjoyed the gameplay there. And so I was like, that might be I'll probably do some other stuff with auto subs. Then the rest would be penalties. Just build penalties, get the right call rates there. And it shouldn't take me that long, depending on what they do. Madden, I did the same thing. The same exact adjustment.
And Daniels is lined up outside on
but
the right.
I'm going to spend more time. I wasn't really looking to build sliders in the beta because I know the gameplay is going to change. It was more so just to see what's new, what feels different, stuff like that.
Tackle, one of the things you're
Panthers,
for
Pickle, no, this is Madden 14.
And then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and block the linebacker to free
Madden
up
14.
the halfback so he can go in between them?
Video Game Nation says there's rumors that EA might be bringing back a college baseball game.
Picks up about 3.
I mean,
you got to keep your offensive
I don't
aggressive,
know.
so you have to run the football every once in
I
a
think,
while.
honestly, though, they should just do MLB. There's no exclusive license. Because MLB 2K had the exclusive license, but there was some sort of thing that allowed MLB The Show to do it for PS. Remember, it was a PlayStation only. Then, of course, after MLB 2K shut down.
On this third down
oh my, that was
wide open for the catch.
That was filthy.
Minutes down, 45 minutes to go. And you're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I just forgot what I was saying. I was checking out the chat. Oh, for baseball, I think they'd be better off bringing back MVP baseball than college baseball. The MLB The Show doesn't sell that many units anyway compared to like college football, Madden, or NBA 2K. So I don't know how much a college baseball game, how well that would do. And again, you need to have an ultimate team market there. I just don't know. But look at this real quick. We're going to break down this play, you guys. This was really nice. He drops back. Look at Arian Foster. Comes out, and he's in pass protect. Look at James Laurinaitis. Comes through on the left side, unblocked. This is perfect. Comes through unblocked. Hold on. This is really nice, too. I just noticed this. We're gonna look at two things. We're gonna break this down real quick. Hold on. We're gonna do the old. We're gonna do the old draw. He comes through right here, and watch Arian Foster. He is gonna go pick him up and block him right here. Check this out. Look at Arian Foster. He's going to come over and pick him up. And that allows Schaub to just stay in the pocket a little bit more and then find his open wide receiver. But here's something else that I didn't realize until going into instant replay here. We're gonna zoom in a little bit. We're probably going to flip the camera around. Oops. Okay. I want you guys to look at his head, look at his eyes, look at the way he blocks. Look at this real quick. This was super impressive to me. And I didn't realize this until I did the instant replay. We're going to go slow as I can. So he's standing there. There's nobody. He looks over at Brockers. Laurinaitis is going through. He can't get there. So he sees he can't do that. So what does he do? He transition. We're going to zoom back out a little bit. He stops, and he then turns his attention over to Janoris Jenkins in case he comes in. And look at him turn and track Janoris Jenkins as he runs. He rotates with them. He's targeting Janoris Jenkins in case he blitzes and turns, so he's ready to block. I don't know if I've ever seen or noticed something like this before. Literally rotates with him. This is literally the definition of the looking for work. He looks at James Laurinaitis. He can't get over there because he goes through the other side. He can't get over to pick it up. Aaron Foster goes and picks it up. Then he looks, he rotates back over. Who's the next guy? Oh, it's Janoris Jenkins? Okay, let me target him. Oh, he's coming across the field, moving from the left to the right. I'll just follow him, so if he tries to run in and get my quarterback, I'm there and I'm ready. Holy crap. Am I the only one? I mean, is that not awesome? Video Game Nation, I don't think STS has exclusivity for Sim because they haven't had any competition in 13 years. Why would they need to pay for that license? Their only competition was 2K, and they dropped out. EA hasn't made a game in 20 years. So I don't know why you'd pay for an exclusive license when you've had no competition. Patrick Phil says Oregon is so much better. They did some things better, man.
Second quarter is
they did some things better for sure. Breeze says SGN in his NFL Network forum trying, man. Sir Talk says, I want that Chalk Talk software. What streaming software do you use? I'll tell you how to do it. I will tell you how to do it. It's free.
Wide receivers are bunched up. Tight ends in motion here.
Meld? I have no idea what that is. I use Streamlabs.
To the right side and throwing.
Oh, nice pass breakup. It's called Annotate and Draw. Does Meld offer like an app store where you can go get like alerts and widgets and stuff like that you can incorporate into your stream? Because that's what I have on Streamlabs. I literally, there's an app store where you can go grab widgets
Matt Schaub from the shotgun
in different apps, and that's how I got. Oh, good pressure.
Out, and it's a takeaway.
Let's go.
Well, that time the offense fumbles the football, but the defense hit them so hard. There's no chance.
Let me catch up on a question here. Sure Talks asked, I missed it because I was doing the breakdown. Do you think that people starting dynasties wait for the first patch, or will the patch cover things after they have been started? I personally like to wait for the first patch. Now, history goes to show that EA doesn't take very long to drop their first patch. I mean, typically it's been the first 2 weeks, right? So
work that left side.
We'll see. The gameplay was really solid. Now, if it's just like certain things like, oh, something's a little overpowered,
when you're a quarterback throwing against zone defenses, look for the open space. That's what he did that time.
I have a feeling that there's not going to be anything that they need to do for gameplay. I think they're going to let that marinate for a while. I think any patch would be for like something was off in Dynasty for recruiting, or something like that. There wasn't balancing that it needs balancing or tuning or something like that. So I think
it's about deceiving the defense, isn't it? That's how you get a lot done in the NFL. And when you can run and pass, you can deceive them in a lot of ways. Nice job by the offense running that football.
And everyone was posting their feedback on college football.
Set of downs now after
and
picking
there's,
up the first
if you break down just what people are saying from gameplay-wise, there wasn't a lot of negative regarding the gameplay unless you're Ryan Mooney.
Gain of 4.
That was a running play that time by the offense.
I mean,
picked
everyone,
up some good
it was
yards.
a consensus and overwhelming positive experience.
Slug it out,
and this was the year that the most people ever played that beta because you weren't required to get the email. You could buy your way in, essentially, which is what I did. But with so many more people playing that beta,
Gain of 6.
it was a resounding consensus.
Nice job that time. The run play
that
gets the first down.
the
You
gameplay
move those
was
chains.
on
Hey, it's
point.
kind of fun to watch.
So
a
I
team
really don't think
tough
we're going to
enough
have to worry about them
and
doing
patient enough to
any
run the
gameplay
football to get
changes,
these first downs instead of throwing it all the time.
from a patch that would mess with the dynasty.
They're able to
I think it
move
would
the
just be something
chains
for
after that last
or
run.
mess with the gameplay. Excuse me. I think it would be like a dynasty patch or something
Play
like that.
fake
For
here.
yep.
They cough
Oh
up
my
the
God.
football, and the defense takes possession.
Oh, thank you, number 57. That was a fumble 6. So what I'm going to do, Sir Tox, is I'm going to build my slider set. I'll pick a dummy team to run a dynasty
no
with.
excuse for letting
I'll build the slider set.
football in a situation
By that
like
point, everyone should have, like, other people will have the recruiting stuff taken care of as far as, you know, those settings and stuff, because that's not really my lane. And then I'll start my one with NDSU. And then what I'm going to do is I'll keep that test
Nickel
dynasty
formation
open.
for the defense here.
And if they ever, whenever they drop patches or do changes, I'll just go back and build and work in that one.
He'll fire it
And then
out
once
to
I
the
have it
left.
set, I'll just pick back up and
that'll be a gain of about 2.
Russ says, when are you
Well, I
going to do a
guess the only
franchise
good
with the
thing you
mighty
say about
Minnesota
that play, the
Vikings?
quarterback's
Never,
happy. He gets the
sir.
completion, but it only goes for a couple yards.
You know what's hilarious? Because I'm a diehard Packers fan, if you can't tell. Madden 08. I know a lot of people have a lot of love for Madden 08.
Texans come to the
Madden
line
08
of
on the
scrimmage
PS3, my
and
franchise
empty
team
out the backfield.
was the Chicago
Everyone
Bears.
split out wide.
And I traded for Jamarcus
Caught,
Russell.
drives
This is
ahead
before
for
I
4.
played, I was doing realistic stuff. I don't know what I traded, but I traded for Jamarcus Russell.
Up short of the first down,
and I was the
it opens
Chicago
up
Bears.
many things that you can do on third. You can run a reverse.
Oh
plays,
man, the
screen
good old
plays,
days.
or
The
if
radio
you want,
announcer.
you can still throw
I
it
actually
down
didn't mind the
field.
radio announcer that much.
The defense comes out in the nickel. Tight end.
But I I've always liked playing
3rd and 4.
in outdoor games. I like the lighting, and I like snow games.
On the right. He's got
That's
the grab,
been,
and he's got
I
the
mean,
first.
you guys been watching me for any couple of years now. You guys know that my teams that I pick typically need to meet that
That's a nice
requirement
route
of
on the outside.
outdoors
Nice throw
and
by the
potential for snow
quarterback.
games,
Puts him in
because
good
that's what I
position to keep moving
truly
and get a
enjoy.
first down.
And I've also done one with the Lions. I did a Lions, my team in 2020.
Johnson's in the slot.
2023 was the Lions. And they were very good the next year. 24 was the year that they
dropping
broke
back
out,
to
right?
throw once again. That catch will extend the drive.
2023, I used the Lions.
That was a nice
But
throw by the quarterback that time to
The
get just
reason
enough
I
yards to pick up
use
the
the
first
Bears
down.
and the Lions, right, is the Bears are the most hated, whatever you want to call it, rival
The
of the
offense
Packers.
is set at the line for
Right.
the first down.
And then, of
after
course,
that
the Vikings
completion.
and the Lions
quarterback
are
gives it to
division
Arian
rivals.
Foster.
But if you go through just my lifetime, there's only been one team in the division who's been a true contender to the Packers, and it's the
Second
Vikings.
down following the run.
They have the most division titles
Schaub's back in shotgun formation.
outside of the Packers.
Owen Daniels makes the catch.
In
and a
the-
pass
for the
that had
last 30
plenty of
years.
zip.
I mean,
How do you stop these receivers now? It's almost
so
impossible
they're the
with the rules of the
I
game.
mean, Chicago hasn't
tight
done
coverage.
shit.
That time they have double coverage
They've
on
won a
him. It
couple
doesn't
division
matter.
titles.
The
They went
throw
to
comes,
Super Bowl.
They go up, they make
Right?
the catch.
Detroit's
All you can do is
been
raise
awful.
your arm and go, well, we did our best.
They were decent. They were good in the '90s. Made the playoffs a couple times in the '90s. Couldn't win any games.
This play
After
set up
their
by the
run to the
long
NFC
gainer.
Championship game where they lost to the Redskins. But then since then, you know, they've had
Foster's
recent
handed the
success in
football.
the last 3 years. But before that, they were nothing. Right? No playoff win in 30-something years.
Good job by the defense that time. Everybody's
Lions.
expecting a pass. They were ready for the run.
So
and they stopped
that's why
the
I can
offense
use the
for a
Lions and
short
the Bears.
gain in the red
Vikings
zone.
have been the biggest challenger to the
Quarterback
Packers
flips it to the
over the
running
last
back.
30 years.
They've got him behind the line of scrimmage.
So that's why I can't use the Vikings.
That time, I got to blame the running back. He made a bad read. His vision was terrible.
Anthony
He
asks,
makes
do
the
you
wrong
think we could
decision,
ever
and
get
it cost
these
his
classic
team
Maddens ported
yards
to
lost.
console one day? I'm playing on console. Man, he would make a nice chunk of change doing that. I mean, I'm playing on console. I mean, every classic Madden was on a console, so I don't really know what you
Offense lines
mean
up here.
by that per
Schaub
se.
from the gun.
Do you mean like ported to like the new console?
Side.
Good job by the defense. They are all
Or
over the throw
just,
by the quarterback. They almost pick it off in the end zone.
Consoles have backwards
that's a big opportunity missed when you drop a pass like that.
He means newer consoles?
Should be what we
so
call a
you
gimme.
mean like an upgrade, like just bring the exact same game, no changes to the new console, just upgrade the
He
graphics?
converts here on the field goal drive.
Nice little
They have no
recovery that
incentive
time
to
by
do
the
that.
field goal holder. He gets
And
it
I
in
think with the
position.
yearly
This kicker, he
licensing,
is a
I don't
machine
think they
right down
can.
the middle.
Because, right, you have players that were, like, for example, I'm playing what is
Texans
essentially Madden
getting ready
14.
to kick it away.
These players were getting money from EA this year for the NFL licensing agreement, the deal that they make to
And the tackles
be in the
made
game, the
right
player likeness
around
and
the
stuff, right?
26-yard line.
So if EA was to take the game from 13 years ago and resell it and do, even if they do nothing else, but just upgrade the graphics, then how does the licensing work? Because you're selling a game
come
that's
to the
13
line, and
years
it's
old
first
with
down.
players who are retired, and EA is making profit off of it. I don't think you
Bradford's
can
got it in the
legally
gun.
you can do that.
He's scrambling now.
We got a yard. We got a yard.
Oh, we've got an
Oh,
injured
no, we got
player on the
hurt.
field.
By the looks of that,
Real-time
you can tell it
injuries,
looks
baby.
like a major
Remember the days?
injury, and, it's just
Remember the days, real-time injuries? We didn't need a cutscene to know somebody got hurt. You could see it happen in real time. Comes up right here. Chick goes low, gets him, he falls down. Old Sammy No Knees hits the ground hard. Rolls over, and then look, tries to get up, can't, falls over. You could tell he was instantly hurt.
it's a tough sport. A lot
Real
of big
time.
hits, and I hope he's going to be okay.
Oh, not hurt enough apparently. We're gonna run into this.
Now they'll try over again on second.
I have a feeling
down.
those linebackers are backing off.
To the ground here.
Oh,
In
good
the
defense.
end, it picks up only a yard.
Yeah, unfortunately with sports
Well, a short
games, you
gain on the
can't
run that
remaster
time by
them
the
because
offense.
of the licensing.
When you're a running football team, listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running it.
The Texans come out in a dime package. Bradford standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Incomplete,
Had to.
almost going in
They had
the
good
other
coverage.
direction.
That's a nice route that time by the wide receiver.
You
Running
can
the corner
tell
route, and the
the
quarterback
defense
just throws it too far and
from the
misses it.
Texans versus the Cowboys. And I mean, we made no changes.
Should be.
I mean, I made a change to
routine
the
punt.
quarterback. That was it. I didn't make any other changes. Just trying to get the quarterback play locked in, right? Which, going back and reading through everything
Fair catch signal
from
made.
back then, from the slider creators back then, that was one of the biggest challenges was quarterback play. So that's all I'm trying to tweak right now too is quarterback play. But I was shredding that Dallas defense, and now I can't do anything.
First down here.
Eras mode they can do.
Quarterback drops back. Play
Eras
action.
mode they can do.
Shaw gets it over.
They
to
could do
Arian
it,
Foster.
right?
That was a nice job.
They
by the
build that
offense. It just puts them in
into-
a better position. Nice little throw.
They
catch.
go on, but the difference with eras, just so you know, and I don't know if you've ever paid attention to it, right? If you go through and look at the eras teams, not every
After
single
the pass
player
play,
that was on
gain
those teams
7,
is there.
second
And
and 3
you
on
look
the
at the
way.
bench, and it's a lot of generic
Takes it
people
from the strong eye,
or, you know,
and
players
he'll
who
go
weren't
to the
playing in that
left.
era. They have to do individual player.
You cannot let offensive players get up the sideline in the
deals.
NFL.
Yo,
That's where
Curtis
a lot of big
Butler,
plays are
thank you for
made.
subscribing
The
to the
defensive
channel,
end
man.
that time.
Appreciate you.
Well, he was on the end, and he
So
stopped
they
that run
negotiate
for
with
very
players
little
on an
gain.
individual level for if they're no longer active.
3rd and 3.
They get negotiated on an individual
Here's the
level,
handoff.
right? There's a reason Charles Barkley is in the
That's
game.
a 3-and-out series for the offense.
Or hasn't been very often.
Terrible call that time by the coach. The defense was expecting
Reggie Miller
run.
too.
They
pretty
were
sure.
up there. They were aggressive, crowd the line of scrimmage, and you just played right into their hands, and they got the tackle for the loss.
Punters all set here.
But that's what 2K does. If you go back and look, if you go looking through those teams, a lot of missing players because they didn't sign like the agreement. It's a set amount. Just like college football, those players they can be in the game.
That's a gain of 7.
What was it? $600 the first year, $1,200 last year. Who knows what it is this year? Every player gets the same amount of money. That's how it is for the NBA 2K. Every player, former NBA player, they sign their likeness. They get a flat rate.
The give to the
Some of them will do it.
Gain of
Some of them won't do
17.
it.
Now you know why guys like Vince Wilfork are so important to the middle of defenses. You need a big run
Russ
stopper
says, how would
to
you feel
stop
if
these
the
runs
Madden
right
brought
up the
back
middle.
classic
You
teams?
either need a big run stopper
I could care
or
less.
some really big linebackers
Because what am I
to
gonna do
stop
with it?
those runs
I don't play
up
now.
inside.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could start a franchise mode with the classic team, but are you going to do classic? I mean, is it going to be? I don't know. I think you have to think about this too. NBA does eras, and you have 5 starters on a team. They mostly focus on getting the starters. 30 teams, 5 starters. It's 150 players that NBA 2K tries to get. A lot of times they're not getting into the bench players. Sometimes they're not even getting the starters. NFL, you have 53 players on a roster, but even if you do the 22 starters, right? 22 starters times 32 teams or 30 teams depending on the era. Way more players to try to get.
Bradford's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Reaches out and grabs
Way more
it.
expensive.
Escapes the hit. They bring him
So
to
if
the
you're going
turf.
to do an era, you have to get probably 90%
Nice
of those
job by
players.
the quarterback finding the open
85%
guy
of those
short.
players,
They get the completion. They still do not get
or
the
else it's
first
not
down.
feasible. And then the other thing 2K does with the eras is you can change the gameplay up to, with the way 2K does sliders. You can change the gameplay. So like back then, teams didn't shoot as many threes. They posted players up more. They had a much slower pace of play. You can make those changes in NBA 2K. They have all that built in. Madden does not. So if you could run an era to the 90s where it was a much more physical game,
New set of downs now after picking up
less
the first
scoring,
on the ground.
Things like that. Wide receivers could, chuck DB or could get chucked by DBs within the line of scrimmage, get thrown down to the ground, etc.
Up here.
Madden doesn't have that built in. So you're going to have current NFL gameplay. We got out of bounds, did we not? It's okay.
Jim, this time it's a halfback screen. Nice job
You
by
have
the
current
quarterback.
NFL
The
gameplay
halfback, good job after
and
catching
rules
it. Picked up some good yards.
for
After the long gain, let's see what they do
2000s,
here.
90s, 80s. It's not feasible.
Play action. Getting away from the pressure. Ball's loose.
Oh, of course he does.
Recovery by the defense.
Yeah, you can people create classic rosters in Madden too. What I'm saying though is you can't tune the gameplay to have the gameplay mirror
You
those
said the
eras.
appropriate word there, forcing. The hit was so solid and so good. The offensive player
defenseless
he had no
receivers
choice. He had to give up the football.
Was not a thing. They used to have incidental face mask for 5 yards. That's not a thing anymore. The physicality at the line of scrimmage between DBs and wide receivers. I mean, there's just so much that has changed as far as the rules.
The Rams defense now is going to go nickel. 1st and 10. Jones going to take the handoff now.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt.
I just don't think
when
there's a
you
huge
fake it
market
and try to throw the
for
football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it
NFL
done.
eras.
Second
and
down
EA
here after that run
has
play.
I mean, they got their own things they need to fix. You got to get the gameplay pretty right before you can start doing era gameplay. And I will say that about 2K. As poor as their My NBA is, from lack of updates for the last however many years, the gameplay is really good.
So
and then they give us
for the
63 different sliders that we can adjust. We get to adjust the coaching sliders, the coaching tendencies. We get to adjust the rules. We get to adjust player tendencies.
Got an update from the
we literally
sidelines.
have
Let's go to her now,
full
Danny.
control in HK. They give us full control. We can make it play however we want to make it play.
To this point, but
EA does not give us any
turn this
control.
thing around,
No.
guys.
We can't turn off
need to
rules.
create
We
opportunities
can
for
disable
offense,
penalties,
whether that's
but
turnovers or
absolute
good
like
field
rules.
position. If we do that,
We can't
can come
turn
back.
off
That's
rules,
all for
nor
now,
can we
guys.
have
Back to you.
Thanks, Danielle, and
CBA
now we'll
events
go
like
to
in
the
NBA
field.
2K where they can get voted out or vote new rules in. They don't have that. We can edit player attributes and tendencies, but not at a global scale. They did it to make it be the most tedious thing
First
ever
down
to
here.
discourage people from doing it. They could give us global editing option. They don't do it.
The third quarter begins with this play. The defense
I gotta stop
gets
passing the ball,
sack.
man. This defense is legit.
Well, you see it all the time. When
Oh,
the
dang it,
offensive
man.
line can't
The
stop the
score's 10 to
defensive
6.
pass
Anyone
rush,
curious?
then you
The
have
score's
your
10 to
running
6.
backs
We just
hit a
started the third
defensive
quarter.
lineman before they go out for the pass.
I'm up 10 to 6. I feel like I should probably have.
You'll get it in the weak eye, and
Announced that.
that'll gain just a few yards.
That's a terrible
We
read
really
by the
screwed
running back.
ourselves
It's a short
with
game,
that
but it's all his fault.
Sam Bradford
He
fumble
picked the
there.
wrong
We were going
hole.
to
He
get
should have
at
cut it
least
back.
3.
He didn't, and that's why he was
We had a
tackled.
timeout. We could have probably
Setting
ran
up
it
here.
in.
He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. Throws to the right. And that's going to be a 3 and out.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
The punter awaits the snap. Wants to give it a go here. He's brought down at the 46.
All right. Defense has played pretty well. I mean, we've screwed ourselves out of some points, but they have too with some
Johnson's
turnovers.
lined up in the slot. 1st and 10. Challenging the defenders to the right side.
When you see zone defenses, throw it
Owen
into the
Daniels
open
feasting, man.
spaces.
7
That's what the
catches
quarterback
already.
did that time. Good job by the receiver running in there and making the
Do
catch.
have a good corner on the outside, locking down DeAndre
The
Hopkins.
Rams
it looks like.
with a nickel look here on defense. Matt Schaub from the shotgun. Throwing now to his left.
Not so
And
much there.
complete. He's tackled at the 30.
When you pick up first downs against the defense, they will get
Look at
tired.
these replays, man.
That time, nice
And while the
job by
replay's
offense
going,
getting
I
the
can go
first
through my
down,
game flow.
even though they're losing here in
EA
the game.
had it. EA had it, and they just threw it in the trash. I don't understand.
They've got a first down now after that catch. That's a false start.
They literally had it, where we could watch the replay in full screen, see it from a really good angle, and be calling our play at the same time.
After that penalty, it'll be 1st and 15. Schaub's going to take it from the gun. That pass, well
If you remember,
defended.
EA wanted to open
The
the
defense
license.
got
Yep,
away
NFL
with
said
one
no.
that time. It
I
wasn't a good
100%
play on
agree
their
with you, but
part.
that
It was just bad timing by the quarterback and receiver.
that doesn't mean the NFL, that doesn't mean the NFL is the reason EA can't do all these things, right? Remember, people thought that
This
the
will be
NFL was the
second down.
reason EA wasn't doing a bunch of different features like team builder and stuff.
They go to the
And
right
it turned out
side.
that's not true.
In these type of situations, when you're losing the game, it's 3rd and long. Don't try
People
to be
said
a
that
hero.
they thought it was the NFL who
because
didn't
when you
want
try
us
to
to
be a
EA to have
hero, it's
dynamic
going to lead
crowds
to
in
a
the game,
turnover.
even
Then
when they
you
used
really
to have
will be in
dynamic crowds in
trouble.
the game, and that's not true.
They'll go shotgun here. Schaub Gets it over to Arian Foster. Good, solid
all right,
tackle.
good hold to a field goal
short
there.
of the first, and now we've got a 4th down situation.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Field goal try coming up by the Texans.
Damn sneeze attacks, man. All right, 10-9. 10-9, the Rams are up over the Texans. 9 minutes left to go in the 3rd.
Chance to go out there and kick a field goal. It is right down the middle. Good job by the offense. Good job by the kicker.
And the tackle.
All right, we're going to get away from throwing the ball so much.
25-yard line.
Running the ball has been working. And we're just getting sacked. And we've been sacked 4 times.
First down on the way. Running back gets it on the handoff. And gains
thought we had the cut back.
About 1.
We're going to run it again here. We have a lead. Defense is playing well. Passing has not worked out very well for us.
That's 2nd down coming up. The quarterback will hand it off.
Here we
There's
go.
The tackle,
Patient
but
running.
Still, it's enough for the first down.
15 for 89. We are running the ball
give
well.
them a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen.
Nation,
to move the chains after that last run.
You know, for another game to make, another company to make an NFL game, it'd probably take 3 years.
He's looking to the right here on this throw. Holds
We'll take the 6 yards, 7 yards. Because you have to, you have to think about it. They have to get all of the resources. They have to do all the scans for all the stadiums, the jerseys, the helmets, the player scans, right? I mean, that's going to take a long time unless they have some technology. I mean, technology that can be done faster. I don't know. And then you have to build your full animation library, and then you have to have your system.
Behind the line. Well, that time
you're
the
using,
defense
engine.
gets the tackle
That's
behind
the
the line of scrimmage.
Then you also
Listen,
have to
I blame
build
this
and
one on the
tune,
quarterback. When you see the defense in a
how
situation
player
like that,
ratings work,
you must
your
change
franchise
the
mode,
play.
all that stuff. You have to get
Don't waste one
presentation.
in the NFL.
I mean, you
don't
have,
get enough
there's
chances
so
as
much
it is, and that
that you have to do.
3rd down following the
If you
run.
think about it, college football wasn't even starting from scratch. They used the same engine that Madden did. That was their opportunity to rebuild
midway
and do a
into
new
the
engine.
3rd.
Oh, I had him.
Brings the quarterback down.
Getting destroyed, man. We can't pass it. Can't pass it.
Nice job that time by the outside linebacker getting the sack. They ask a lot of these guys now. They are special players in the NFL.
Trying to throw it against
stopping
this
the run and the speed to get outside and get the sacks on the quarterback.
But you think about college football, they needed 3 years, and they had the animation library, they had the engine. Hell, they had all the assets from the last time they made a college game, and it still took them 3 years.
Arian Foster lined up in the backfield. 1st and 10. And the quarterback gives it to Arian Foster. They knock him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Martin's lined up now as a slot receiver. Schaub's back in shotgun formation. Incompletion on that hurried throw.
That was really good pocket movement by Matt Schaub, man.
Situation
I
like
bull
this,
rushed up the middle, and he kind of sidestepped it and threw it.
Is either surprise them with a run or throw it short and hope somebody can make a play and pick up a first down.
3rd and 12. And
Oh,
they
CPU got a
sack
sack
the
from me.
quarterback, and that's a quick series, a 3-and-out.
Jim, when you get in
This
these
is such a
situations, there's not
defensive
much
game,
you
y'all.
can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Our one touchdown was that pass I threw up to Tavon Austin, and I didn't think he was going to catch it, and he did. Let's get a big play in the special
He's
teams
going
here.
to try and return this one. Gains
Oh,
11.
we're at the 50, essentially. I know I said I can't throw it against this team, but I want to take a shot. Oh, I don't know if the shot's here though. We're audible
Quarterback
out of
coming
this.
to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 6th time in this game.
Change of possession. I'm around
1st
midfield.
and 10.
I like
As
to.
they go ground
Oh my,
here.
okay. Man, what do we do offensively,
In this
guys?
defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front.
We're
and
in,
that time they
we're in
stop
an
that run
obvious
just
passing
for a short gain.
situation.
The defense
I've been
comes
getting
out in the
sacked like
nickel.
crazy.
Bradford's got it in the gun. Ball is out,
Oh my goodness.
and the defense has it.
What
That's
are
what
they
you call
doing?
a
Like, what are they calling here? How is it that I'm getting instantly? I didn't shift my line that way. Oh man, he just free rusher. I didn't do a line shift. I told him to be aggressive. They just naturally shifted it over. That's one thing where this game, just the era, fails in is, no blocking assignments are visible. Like in current Madden, I could have known how this was set to be blocked up, and I could have made an adjustment to make sure there wasn't a free rusher there. Because they have 4 guys, and we have the way it was shifted, right? Our center's blocking nobody. Because the way that the 2 linebackers lined up over the center, so he's center shifting to the left, right guard shifting to the left. I don't know why they did that, but I just haven't had time to throw at all.
That time the defense just hit the ball carrier
It's
so hard
unbelievable.
that he had to give the football up, and they lose it.
Matt Schaub has it under center. 1st and 10. Foster's got it on the handoff. Gain of 8.
Oh, near in field goal range here.
Well, that was a nice run that time off tackle. And listen, this is a bread and butter
Look
play
at
in the
that.
NFL.
15
It's
carries,
about
3 minutes
power
left to go in the third quarter
Can
for
your
Arian
offensive
Foster.
tackle make the block to free up that running back so he has a chance to get in that
And
secondary?
there's another
and make
carry
a
for
nice
him.
run out.
16 carries.
Tackle was
We
made,
had
but
to.
the
I mean,
first
we've been
down is picked
crying
up.
for run pass
Good run
ratio
that
like
time.
this.
It results in a first
And
down
they
and
had
moves
it
those chains on the
in
sideline.
previous
Keep
Maddens.
those chains
Again, that's
moving.
where I say
Tire that defense
it's
out.
hard to always say that the game's been getting
Arian
better and
Foster
innovating
lined up in the
because
backfield.
things
1st
like
and
this,
10.
another run.
Leading on that running attack again here on 1st down. Impressive piece of running by Arian Foster.
You don't
When you
see
get down in
things
the
like
red
this
zone, the offensive
in Madden
coordinator's got to
26.
call a play
I won't speak on
that
27.
deceives the defense. Let's see if
We
he
don't
can
know,
do
but
it.
look at the
His
running.
team is down. He needs a
Look
big
at this
play here.
tackle right here. He tries to leap over and gets hit. You don't see that in current. I mean, it might not look like much, but let's just show you guys. He had a nice run up the middle. I mean, this is pretty easy, just navigating up through the middle here. Okay, but he breaks the tackle right there. He jukes, he kind of hops to the side there, and then he jumps up. Look at this. He's trying to hurdle. The CPU's trying to hurdle. I don't know about you guys. I don't see the CPU running backs ever try to hurdle in Madden. They'll spin. They'll juke a little bit. Stiff arm. Hurdle? I don't think I've seen a hurdle. And then right here, hurdles. And then because it's the real-time physics engine, you get this type of an animation. Very realistic. I've never seen an animation like that in current Madden. Panther Pickle says, I've seen stuff like that on Madden 18 and Madden 20. That's crazy. I haven't seen it since they switched to Frostbite.
Another handoff.
But look at this. They're just running. That's 4 runs in a row.
And you can see how they fared in the red zone to this point, which is brought to you by Verizon.
How did we have run-pass ratios like this and then turn into what it's become? How does that happen?
Ready to make the stop on the goal line, loading up that defensive front. 2nd and goal from the 3.
5th straight run.
On the ground.
Well, that last play almost got them in here, and when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
The defense gets a sack.
They didn't even run play action. He just dropped back.
The offensive line did a terrible job that time
we'll call that
reacting to the blitz by the defense. They let the defenders come free, and they sacked the quarterback.
The kick is through.
All right, Texans are now winning 12-10. I know you can't see the score. 12-10 with 40 seconds
left. The offense
left.
doesn't do it that time. I know they get 3 points
In
out
the
of
third
it. Nice
quarter,
kick,
Devontae Taylor says
but still,
9.7 not to be that good. Why do you say that? Did you play the beta?
The Rams are ready to return the kick.
A good little return out to the 30.
Right at the 30-yard line after that return.
We got to figure something out offensively, though. I think a screen might not be a bad idea here. They've been bringing a lot of pressure.
First down, offense.
They sacked us 5 or 6 times.
This is a screen play all the way.
Oh!
Unstoppable.
There we go.
29.
That's what you do. They, use that pressure against them.
The quarterback puts the football right in the hands of the wide receiver. He's behind the defense, but look at the hustle
stop
and
actually
the
worked.
speed
Let's
by
go.
the defense. They get the tackle from behind.
We're not talking about franchise mode, man. We're talking about gameplay. I agree with you on franchise. I like some of the stuff that's going to happen with Persona Engine, but if you saw C4's video on Free Agency Frenzy, it sounds like there's some work to be done there. That if it's left in its current state is going to cause
from the site of Super Bowl 38 here in Houston for
issues.
The start of the fourth.
And then coaching abilities untouched, unaddressed. It doesn't look like they addressed Camp Counselor or the abilities that are overpowered and can be stacked. Like, there should be no abilities that give any players +7s. There shouldn't.
We are back for the start of the fourth quarter. They'll go ground.
Oh, dang it. We have to at least get in field goal range here. Yeah, but I can. So here's the thing. I'll turn off player abilities. I'm talking coach abilities. You can't turn those off.
Second down. Bradford standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Catch that,
The
Brian.
defense
Quick.
has really done a good job here in this drive.
Oh, that's setting us up for a really nice
situation. Let's see if they can convert
3rd and 1. And if we don't get it, we can go for it on 4th down, or we're in a decent field goal situation here.
Out of the shotgun formation, looking to the right side and throwing. Catch is made.
Oh!
A tackle that had to be
4th and
made.
inches.
That'll set up
I thought he got
down.
that. We're going for this, y'all. We're going to go for this.
As a quarterback,
he
sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a 4th down.
We are going to go for this. Coachability is not a good thing because it's become extremely overpowered. And it's just an extension of abilities from players. It was done very arcade.
I formation and a running
I don't
play.
agree with that. I wish they did coaching tendencies instead of coaching
they're a gambling
abilities.
football team. They like to take
But
chances.
again, they
Even
want
though they're
Madden
down, it's in the
franchise
second
to be
half,
like an RPG.
they take another chance. They go
The
for it on
downside
fourth,
to that
and
is
this time they got it.
franchise modes are supposed to be a sandbox. They're not supposed to be an RPG.
New set of downs
Somehow
now after picking up the
that
first
got
on the
lost along
ground.
the way. I don't know.
Bradford's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
And he's taken down.
I had to eat it. There's nobody open there.
I guess the quarterback's getting in the huddle and just going, please,
and because we're
just
in
a little more
field
time.
goal range,
Beg 'em. Sometimes begging helps.
Play
I
number
don't
6
want to
coming
throw a
up
pick.
on this drive.
You know, I should have just thrown it away.
Second down, 14. Draw play here. And that's a 2-yard gain.
In these type of situations, when you're losing the game, it's 3rd and long. Don't try to be a hero, because when you try to be a hero, it's going to lead to a turnover.
We're going to go empty
then you
tray.
really will be in trouble.
We're going to try this wide receiver screen. I feel like it's going to be safe. They're going to be back. They're going to be backed off. This should be a safe play. We're at the 30, so we're at a 47-yard field goal right now. Maybe we can get a little bit.
Set up screen with 2 hands. He has
Yeah,
it.
I'll
It's
take
going to
that.
be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Well, they will if people complain enough. But again,
Defensive
people
coordinators
brought
love
up
this situation, don't
how
they? 3rd and long, they can do
overpowered
just
and
about
broken
anything,
Camp
and it's
Council
gonna
was
work,
last year. They never fixed
and they
it.
stopped the offense that time.
And they made no mention of tuning it this year. Now, that doesn't mean they didn't tune
This
it.
will be a 41-yard field goal
It just
try.
will have to be tested, just how it was last year.
Hits the upright and goes wide.
Off the
Some
upright!
coaches don't believe in talking to field goal kickers after they've missed an opportunity to put their team ahead. But other ones, they'll yell at him just like he's any other player
9
on the
minutes,
team.
23 seconds left. Still down 12-10.
It's first down as they head
Yeah,
to
that's
the
coaching
line.
philosophies.
Here's the
They need to bring
handoff
that back.
Arian Foster.
They need to bring back coaching philosophies, and it needs to be
Well, what you
fully
try to do
editable.
so many times in the NFL,
We should be
do
able
the
to edit
unexpected. The
every
defense
player,
is
every coach's
expecting
coaching
pass
philosophy
all
for
the way.
our team and the CPU.
Everybody's running to the quarterback. What do? You confuse them. You mix them up. You run the draw play. That's why it was an easy run.
They pounce on him there.
Workhorse Arian Foster is
Nothing like
up
seeing
to
a complete
21
offense.
carries
That's what
with
we're
8
watching here
minutes,
today. Yes,
42 seconds
we
left to
know
go
they
in
can
the
throw
fourth
it, but
quarter.
what they're showing us
Run
here,
pass
they can
ratios were
grind
not
out
an
some
issue
first downs
in
running
previous
the football,
Maddens.
too.
How did they become an issue in Madden 26 and
They're
Madden
able
25?
to move the chains after that last run.
Looking for a receiver on the left side here.
Andre Johnson just got his first catch. Getting locked up.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
Dave Power says you had so much fun trying to stop the CPU run in college football net. In the betas. Yeah, they ran the ball really well. In the betas.
Second down after that pass play.
In the Madden 26 beta,
Schaub's gonna
the
take it
CPU
from
ran the ball
gun.
really well,
Brings it into his
but that was
body.
play now only. They didn't have franchise mode in the beta last year for Madden,
Well, they
but in
complete
play
the
now
pass,
they
Jim.
ran
It
it
doesn't get
really,
the
really
first
well.
down.
Then in
Sooner or
franchise
later, you
mode
gotta
they
throw
did
one
not.
down the field.
Suicidal Joker, this is Madden 14. And there is 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. I am down to the Texans 12
The Texans
to 10.
lined up, bunch formation. Schaub's back in shotgun formation, looking for an open receiver.
Off target throw,
on the
let's
right.
go.
I don't know
Bring
what
the
was
ball
more
back. We just
terrible.
missed a
That was
field
terrible
goal.
route.
Kicked it off the
Terrible
upright.
throw by the quarterback. Oh, and what a shock. It's incomplete.
The punt team is in place
And
and ready to
all
perform.
we need is a field goal. That's all we need. Yeah.
That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
I should probably run this.
On first down.
Here comes the wide receiver in motion.
They run a ton of man.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it.
Good block.
He's brought down
we'll take the 5.
at the 25-yard line.
Isaiah Pede and Arian Foster have both ran the ball. Real quick, we're just at the 7-minute mark, you guys. I want you to see something here. Each team, 21 for 97. How balanced is that? The CPU and the user have both ran it 21 times. I guess you can throw in Greg Jones had 1 carry, but to do my max, both 4.6 yards a carry. Arian Foster had 3 broken tackles. 27-yard run. How
run gets him a few yards.
How awesome is that? We're gonna go call our own plays for a little bit here.
Nickel formation here for the defense. 2nd down and 5. Handoff, middle. He'll be brought down, but not before picking up the first down.
22 for 106. Neither quarterback has been able to pass the ball. Both of us are below 150 yards passing. We've both taken some sacks. It's been tough, man. Passing game has been tough. It's been fun. We're in him with the screen.
First down here after the run.
Please wait.
Setting up screen, and he hauls it in. The tackle is
Black
made
Jade,
at the 40-yard
you'd be cool
line.
with the coach abilities grounded in realism. Example, Shanahan could have an ability to get a limited in-game boost on outside zone runs if players on the field had 100% play knowledge. Yeah, there's 100% a way they could make it realistic, for sure. But again, they did coach abilities for Ultimate Team. Because Ultimate Team has coach abilities. They made them arcade. Again, just like the player abilities. If you're gonna, you can't add something that's for Ultimate Team and then bring it into franchise mode.
It's a 2nd and 4.
Oh no!
Gonna take off with it.
Get on your horse!
Away from the stack.
Get on your horse! Sam Bradford with the longest run of his career, probably.
Lose containment even on a quarterback. That time they
run so much man.
He takes out. There's no containment on the outside. He gets out there, nobody open to throw it to, so he just picks up some big yards running the ball.
We'll take it. We need to get a field goal, y'all. We need field goal. Down 12-10. Clock's ticking. We're at 5 minutes left to go. Quit telling me to run a damn draw. Holy crap. Subs. We're going to give Daryl Richards. Oh, he's... okay. Zach Stacy, you're going to get some carries. Oops. I didn't know Daryl Richardson was hurt.
Sam Bradford will be under center.
We're creeping up on field goal.
10 to the ground here.
But we just missed one.
Driving ahead for 4.
From 42? Or, I don't know. We kicked it off the upright. Actually, we're going to stay in this formation. I'm going to try this play action scissors here. Maybe can get the ball down the field to Pettis, number 18, X, or I can get the fullback in the flat.
Play clock's running down. Play action fake, looking to throw.
I had him.
He had no time to get set.
I had him. He was open.
When you see this cover 2 defense as a quarterback, you got to know where to throw the football. That time he did not make a good decision. You got to throw it sometime
3rd and 6,
deep down
you guys.
the middle.
What do we?
The safeties are not there. They're outside. He did not take advantage of that coverage that time.
2 for 9 on 3rd down. 38. We're at a way too long of field goal. We're at a 55-yard field goal. We've already missed one.
3rd and 6. And he's thrown to the ground.
How do we have such horrible... Where is our blocking? What is going on here? We didn't... They blitzed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They... 1, 2, 3, 4. They brought 6, and we only had 5. Well, that makes sense then. And they locked up in man coverage. If I had a sec... Look at Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin gets matched up against... If I would have kept my running back into chip or block, he hits that. Look at Tavon Austin. That's a touchdown. Runs right past the safety. I should have kept him in the block. 4th and 16, we have to punt it now.
The last second and time up the snap of the football.
3 timeouts, 2-minute warning. Only need a field goal, down 12 to 10. Oh no, punted it too far. Oh! Never mind. What a punt. We could get a safety and tie up the game here. I'm calling my own plays here. We're coming out in the 46. I thought that punt was going to roll into the end zone for sure.
Arian Foster lined up in the backfield. 1st and 10. Foster.
Oh no.
Up the middle.
Right up the gut on my 46 defense front.
Sometimes when you go on the field, your only goal as an offense, you think, let's just get 1 first down so we can get away from our end zone, give our punter some room to maybe change field position. So
that
good
punt
job
ended up meaning nothing.
by the offense.
13-yard carry right up the gut.
The clock's really become a factor here, and the defense knows it has to get off the field as soon as possible to give the team a chance. 1st down and 10. Play action. And they sack the quarterback.
We're in call timeout there.
The defense stops the clock.
I don't know why they went play action.
Following that timeout, defense back out on the field.
And we are going to sit back.
We're late in the 4th, and the offense is just trying to sit on the lead. They feed the running back.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run, nowhere for the running back to go, and they stop him for a short gain.
Sorry, you guys. I had a sneeze attack. I'll answer your questions here at the 2-minute warning. I thought about calling another timeout, but I thought it would be better just to save it. Did I see Buffalo's new statement in Madden? No, because we could only play with 4 teams. So, I don't, you'd have to look on the schedule to make it far enough and simulate. I didn't do that.
That last play was a run. 3rd
Did not see it. I'm going to try out backyard baseball? Nah.
They hand it off to him.
Oh my God, no. Holy crap.
Short of the 1st, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I can't believe they just did that to us. But we're okay. 4th and 1. We'll have 1 timeout left. Man, in hindsight, I should have just called another timeout. Well, I could have saved a bunch of time. I still would have 1 timeout left. That's poor clock management by me. All right, we need a good return here. We're at the 48. We need about 15 yards minimum. $15 yards minimum.
Sam Bradford backing off the line of scrimmage and into the shotgun.
We should have decent pass protection here.
Bradford's got it in the gun. Throws the pass.
Man.
Just had to avoid the sack.
Nobody's getting open against their defense. Like I had a decent amount of time to throw there, not really, but they just because they're just manning up, you can't get anyone open. And I'm learning to check and release here.
2nd and 10. Sam Bradford going down the field. And
he
it's
almost caught
incomplete.
that.
Well, for some reason, this quarterback likes to keep trying to go deep down the field against
It's not
this
looking
cover
good,
two.
y'all.
That's not the spot you want to go. You want to look underneath or right down the middle.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run back. I'm going to go back and run this wide receiver screen.
The Rams with an empty back.
We're going to have to go for it on 4th down. So try to get.
Here it's a 3rd and 10. The pass complete.
Oh, we almost sprung that.
Onto the other side of the field.
Nice
4th
job
and 3.
that time by the defense. Knowing
Open
the
play
situation. Go ahead and let the quarterback complete the pass. Just make sure you come up and make the tackle before the 1st down. Good job. 4th down coming up.
Bradford standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And that's
all right. We're good. We're good. We're good. We got it. I had to go quick there. Audible.
The Rams head to the line. They've got
a little bit of time.
Timeout left
That's
in the
the same
game.
play we just called. Let's do this. We have a little bit of time.
1st and 10. Out of the eye. The give to the tailback.
We'll run slants here. 37.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8. Bradford's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
Here we go.
Picks up about 8.
Let's
The
go.
Texans
3rd and
call
inches.
the timeout. They're first.
They called a timeout. That's huge. We're going to go split offset here. I want to run the ball.
The defense needed to slow this game down.
And this is the best
timeout
one to
might be
do it
very
here.
useful.
We can
Now
run this
they're ready to
power
go.
up. If I was just trying to think of a place that had potential was ultimately let down. What do you mean?
Left here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. The
Let's go.
going to be
We're going to try to get closer.
Beyond the 1st down marker.
That's an excellent job. Just
We're gonna hit with the
enough
draw.
yardage to get the 1st down, move those chains, and keep this offense going.
1st and 10, and they go back to the ground.
Oh!
And
Let's go.
They pick up good yardage as he brought down.
Let's go.
That's one of those plays. If it doesn't work, everybody's going to get on the
hold on.
offensive
I'll
coordinator
answer your
for
question
running
in a
the
second. I didn't
football
see that
there late
one.
in the game when they're
For
behind,
a fast
caught
food
the
place that was
defense
ultimately
off
let
guard.
down.
It was a good risk by them.
Hold
and
on.
a
We're going to
good
call
game.
timeout here.
The Rams have to call one right here, and
Yeah,
they
if you
do.
could compare
and
Madden
they are
26 to
out
fast
of
food place,
timeouts.
which would you compare it to and why?
Offense getting set now, following the timeout. That's a
They're gonna
timeout
ice me.
call. The kicker now with a chance to decide this game. The kick is good.
13 to 12. What a grinded out game. This was absolutely so fun, man. The defenses for both teams,
and he delivers the goods
their pass
at the end
defense
of the game.
particularly, were
we
really
don't give the kickers enough credit.
Both
They're
teams
the
running
only
backs
people
went
that
over
get to go
100
out
yards, so
and
they were
actually
on the
think about
ground,
their
but passing
job
was
before
hard.
The play happened. Such a reactionary sport.
This was
I give
such
the
a
kicker
fun
lot of
game,
credit.
man. Back
Made
and
a big
forth,
kick in a tough
defensive, grinded out game. I'm going to tell you, Video Game Nation, your question. If you could compare Madden 26 to a fast food place, which place would you compare it to and why? I'm going to tell you, In-N-Out Burger.
That's why the play of today's game is a nice
Because,
catch by him
you know,
down the field.
I first had In-N-Out Burger when I lived in Los Angeles when I went out there in 2010. First, to help my friend who was out there for college, and he moved back, and then I ended up going to school out there. But I went out there and I had In-N-Out Burger. And if you're live in any part of the country where you've never had In-N-Out Burger because it doesn't exist, you just hear nothing but hype about In-N-Out Burger, how it's the greatest thing ever. Then you go to In-N-Out Burger and you're literally waiting like 45 minutes because the line is so long. And then you get your In-N-Out Burger and you're like, this isn't anything special. Like, I thought there was gonna be more to it than that. That's, you know, and I had it. That's what I thought when I had In-N-Out Burger when I lived in LA. And then I left LA. I was only out there for a year, 2011, right? So I had it. And then Colorado Springs, where I lived for a decade, my parents still live down there. I go back there all the time. They got In-N-Out Burger, and so went back there with my parents. I was like, yeah, this is my first time I'm going to have it in like 13 years. It's, you know, and I had it with my mom and my dad. And I'm just like, this isn't anything special. And the reason I say that to Madden 26 is because, again, you played the beta and the run pass ratios were good in the beta. And then you get to the game and in franchise mode, they weren't. And then you had these coaching abilities added to the game, which sounded cool on paper, and then you actually dive in and see them in franchise mode and how overpowered and unbalanced several of them are. And you're like, what the heck? And then you had missing wear and tear. You had missing traits from positions. You just felt like you weren't given a complete product. And that's kind of how I feel like with In-N-Out Burger is like the burger, yeah, it's all right. And then but if you get, you know, the fries and you ask for cheese on them, they just throw a slice of cheese on there. It's not even good. And you know, and I'll tell you this, A Powers, you said, no, don't do that to me. Someone from California, but 100% people overhype it. I always just say to people, try before I say anything. Here's the thing I'll always tell people, you know, people always talk about the best burger. They'll say, you know, fast food burger, right? They'll Five Guys, if you want to spend $40 for a burger and fries, or In-N-Out Burger, or Whataburger. And I'll tell people that all day, every day, Culver's has the best fast food burger, and it's not even a competition. It's not even a competition. But I just In-N-Out Burger for me, because the fries suck. The fries are awful. And then the burger's just, it's good, but is it special? Is there anything special about that In-N-Out Burger that makes it better than a Whopper from Burger King, or the Star from Carl's Jr. / Hardee's? No. And does it compare to a Butterburger Deluxe from Culver's? Not even on the same planet. And if you guys have never had Culver's, you're missing out, man. So yeah, I'd compare Madden 26 to Madden 26 because I hyped up the game too. And I was very disappointed after playing the beta. I hyped it up so much. And then we had franchise release with the issues that it had. And then, you know, the run pass ratios were a huge issue. The AI ended up being a really big issue. And then franchise mode in the SGN League. I don't know if you guys know this, like last year in Madden 25, we were still running the SGN League at this point. That game had its issues too, but everyone was like having fun and still running it, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. We had gameplay issues more than anything. But we were owners mode in it. This year to 26, they took out owners mode. They added these coaching abilities that just made, you know, the game overpowered. You had pressure posse, which for CP, you know, just extremely overpowered. Camp counselor. We finished our last season, like the first week of May. End of April, first week of May, I don't even remember. We did a vote. Nobody wanted to continue. We were still playing last year, Madden 25. It was owners mode. And the gameplay, honestly, in retrospect, was about the same as in 26 overall. People were still going. We went all the way up until Madden 26 released. People voted to stop playing because they killed franchise mode with the removal of owner mode. They killed it with the coaching abilities that are unbalanced. And then, you know, this year they're trying to make these big strides to improve it. Experience. But they add free agent and frenzy, which by all testing during the beta has shown that it's first come, first serve. Whether you're in an online league against other users or the CPU, first come, first serve. CPU gives no push, no competition on that. It's unreal. McDonald's is the best fast food place in your opinion? Just the breakfast, the fries, the fountain drinks? So McDonald's, their Sprite and Coke are what's elite because they have their own special recipe. Anything else you drink from McDonald's, any other drink is just the same as anywhere else. But the Sprite and the Coke, they have their own recipe, which is why the Coke and Sprite taste so good. I will give you that. Their French fries are, in my opinion, the best French fries too. And their breakfast is elite. McGriddles are top notch. But if I'm gonna get a burger, I'm gonna go Culver's. And then you also Culver's, the Culver's fries they're just crinkle cut fries, nothing special to them. You can get the same experience just buying the frozen crinkle cut and heating them up in an air fryer at your house. But you can swap them out for cheese curds, and the cheese curds are elite. And then they have ice cream, but it's custard, so it's a creamier, richer. And they do, like concrete mixers is what they call them, but it's essentially Blizzards from Dairy Queen. So you get an unbelievable burger, you can get cheese curds, and then you get custard ice cream. The Culver's is goated. The McDonald's breakfast burritos are pretty good. Look at this. Very balanced. 233 to 251. Rushing yards was close. Passing yards, they beat us there. First down, it was very close, man. We had more turnovers than they did, though. We had those fumbles. Both teams couldn't complete a third down. Not very many penalties. We still got to figure that out. Possession time, extremely balanced, you guys. Extremely balanced. Player stats. 15. Man, this is going to be 15 to 26 and 16 to 25. I didn't throw an interception. So we had 4 fumbles. Yikes. Let me look at the rushing. So I just want you guys to see here. 24 attempts from Arian Foster, 1 from Greg Jones for a total of 25, and they had 25. So they had 50 plays exactly. But it was 50-50 split. 50-50 split run-pass ratio. We had 26 passing attempts, and then we had 23, 26. These were pass attempts that I scrambled. So it was really 29 pass attempts. That doesn't include sacks, I guess. We should probably take a look at sacks. So 29 pass attempts, and 24 plus 3 is 27. Or excuse me, 23 plus 6 is 26 to 29. But there was sacks. Did they show sacks here? No, let's go defensively. There's a lot of sacks. Texans, they sacked me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They sacked me 8 times, y'all. I got sacked 8 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I sacked him 5 times. It was crazy defensive. Super fun game. Super fun game to play. Very balanced. So that adds extra. So then it was really, it add an extra 8 plays on there because the sacks, are pass plays. So we were really right around 60. They were at 58 plays with the sacks. And then I was at 29 plus 5 is 34 and 26, so I was right at 60. Very split down the middle, and it was a 1-point game at the buzzer. This is really cool. Look at Legend. It's hard enough getting one win in the NFL, let alone reaching 100 like John Fox has. This is what I'm saying. This is just the small stuff that they need to bring in. They have the news stories coming in, but having the little images right here that cycle through. You have this. You have all these top stories. The Cowboys did not protect their house this week against the Redskins, and it's just Jason Garrett throwing his hands up. Tom Brady doing another one as they lost 20-14. Aldon Smith injury is a major setback for the 49ers. RIP. Colin Kaepernick injury is a temporary setback for the 49ers. They have all these different ones in here. For coaches and players, man. This is us. This is Rams going to be a rough one with them, but they pulled it out. This is just extra little stuff, you know what I mean? The Jaguars simply had no way to keep Wes Welker out of the end zone. He ended the game with 4 touchdown grabs. Look at this. Tom Brady is a star now, but it's still crazy people ever said he wouldn't make it in the NFL. He's now got 46,352 passing yards in his career. This just, you know, stuff that we're missing. That immersion. We didn't get any trade offers for our guy, unfortunately. We're 5-1 somehow. I don't know how we are, but we are. That's unbelievable. But let's get that there. All right, y'all. I'm gonna take a little break. I gotta mow the yard. I gotta grab some food. It's 2 o'clock where I live. Mahomes is a Hall of Famer if he retired today. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you look at his stats are better than like probably 75% of the dudes that are in the Hall of Fame already. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, absolutely. But did you guys enjoy this, man? Would you guys tune in if I continued doing this series? Like I said, I'm just trying to get by and bring you guys content while we wait for college football. I'll be doing longer streams on college football releases. Like I'll be doing like 8-9 hour streams on those days when it releases. But now I'm just trying to just get through and entertain you guys. I'm having fun playing this game. Like I mentioned, other people said too, maybe I could do like an SGN After Dark stream where it's a non-sports game. Some of you guys said you'd like to see me do like an RPG type game. And let's go ahead and create a save point here before I forget. I'd be pissed off if I didn't. Okay. Should be good. Hopefully that doesn't get corrupted. But we'll back out of there. But yeah, I might do like I said, I've been trying to kill some time. I downloaded this game like a week ago and I already got 30 hours in it. So that's what I've been playing. RPG MMO. I don't really have any interest here. I've been playing a lot more of this, but I haven't touched Maximum Football in a while. I only have 34 hours in it. Haven't played ESG Football in a while too. Only got 2 hours. Just waiting for them to do their updates and stuff like that, before I get back into it. That's got a lot of potential. But yeah, I think about doing an SGN After Dark stream. But I might hop back on and do another game. I enjoy hanging out with you guys, talking, discussing all that stuff. It's fun for me, and the gameplay's fun. But yeah, just trying to, stream what you guys would enjoy while we wait for the best the best time of year, July 2nd. So, all right, guys. We should be back later today, unless something happens. They should be back with another stream. Hopefully, you guys are able to tune in and make it. But until then, have a great rest of your day, y'all. Peace.